tinny.
Might be the springs.
Yeah.
Yep. You're just too much for it, John.
I am just too much for
it.
this. Oh, that's what she said. Damn it, why isn't it on?
Where'd my... Hold on. Why do I have a black screen now? What the heck? What the heck? Where'd my screen go?
Did I touch something? Wait, what?
I don't think so.
Okay, no.
Let me check my camera. Hold on.
That's not that HDMI cord,
I
is
got
it?
the webcam in. Okay, so that's good.
There it goes. Oh, nope. I was looking at old stuff of you switching it.
Never a dull moment here.
All right.
What the crap? Seriously, I hit go, and
Your capture card.
my capture card just died. Oh god.
Issues.
Can I just have one
Good news
screen?
is they've been marking the yard, so I don't think it'll take 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do that.
Yeah. I know this looks wonderful right now. Bear with me.
All right.
How's that look?
You can see the lens. Will that balance? There you go. I mean, we see the boom mics. It's just a little further out, but it's fine.
Oh, what the crap! Welcome to Talking Heads. Screw this show. I'm done. Closing the channel. Good lord.
Hey, at least we still have internet.
We still don't go there. Don't go there. So it was 98 degrees in Portland today.
Humid.
Slightly cooler here. Very humid. Way more humid than we're used to. Is chat up?
I see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
YouTube.
the chat on this one. There we go. I can see and hear you. Cool.
At least that's good.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Thank you. Oh, man. Yeah, so 98 degrees, like 85-90% humidity here today.
Oh, gosh, it's horrible.
It's humidity we're not used to here, so
Yeah.
we're just kind of...
Especially in May.
Yeah.
In May in Oregon, you shouldn't be like this.
Well, it's June now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
June
It's June.
now,
It's June.
Yeah.
But still, even...
Try to keep up.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a long... It feels
It's been
like...
a whole month. It's been a whole month.
I know. Since the internet kept going down and my episode was gone, I'm still back on that episode.
I know. I almost named this episode 35 Part 3. I really thought about it. Welcome to episode 37. I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
So, anyway, I'm hoping to stay live today. They were calling for thunderstorms starting about 30 minutes ago, which I did see a couple flashes, and I can see the wind picking up outside now.
Oh, yeah.
But we did have about a 5-minute brown outage earlier this evening, where it brought my entire house down, popped my circuit for my office here. So we're on a breath's...
Yeah,
on a hair's breath.
That's why we have extra beer.
Yeah, we brought extras today, so let's pour some.
Let's pour some. Now, we have a variety of styles, actually. We have a sour, we have a coffee stout, and we have a great IPA.
Yep.
What do you want? Well, what are you in the mood for?
Let's do the sour.
You want to do the sour?
Yeah.
All right. So this is Garde Laws of Motion. This is actually kind of interesting. It's a wild ale with cider apples. So
Yeah, I have not had this one. They're in Tillamook, Oregon.
Yes.
Over on the coast.
all of their ales are wild fermented, which they have yeast basically from the outside, and it's all from the Tillamook cow factory. So it's basically poop yeast. And I don't know why
Sealed twice for your protection.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they cap it and then cork it, or cork it then cap it. So, and what's weird is some bottles have it and some bottles don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
You know that actually had a bottle opener on
Yeah,
it?
I noticed that. After I was done, like one turn left, it's like, oh, I could have just...
Oh, yeah.
You know what, John? This is way fancier.
Oh, yeah. You just like doing that.
I do like doing that.
Someone said stout.
Skull's drinking a stout tonight.
Wait, is he drinking... the one I got.
Oh, he's probably drinking the one you got him.
I wonder if he's drinking the one. I did find out. So they said tracking on that package skull was supposed to arrive 8 p.m. today.
Shit, Tillamook is a real place. I thought it was just a cheese gimmick. No, Tillamook is a real place. It's a real town on the Oregon coast with a real cow farm and a real dairy and everything else.
It's got great cheese, though.
They make amazing ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you go in the factory.
Yeah. Boy, my mouth's already watering.
Yeah, so if you are a sour enthusiast, the Garde and Cascade in Oregon are usually 1 and 2.
Check Discord. Well, I'm trying some new... there we go. Oh, yep.
There's still a little bit.
So that's from Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Skull is drinking a Governor's Reserve Pirate Stout from, Sandy Am.
Sandy Am. We actually had this, I think, on the first episode I was on.
I believe so. Yeah. And we've also had the standard Pirate Stout from them as well.
Yep, and I sent him one of those as well.
Yep. So, yeah. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm. So,
John, you're at the controls tonight.
I'm at the controls tonight.
God help us all.
So, I don't...
You know what I didn't do is, since we're on the webcam feed...
Oh.
It's my HDMI still over here, so let me add a new video source so you can continue to see us. There I am.
Pouring the rest of this for both of us.
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
Nothing but the top quality production value here tonight. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, this actually does taste like cider.
Yeah.
Even though it's beer with apples. It does just like a tart home cider. That's interesting.
All right.
Anyways, so as I don't know how big of a... You're a pretty big sports guy.
I'm a pretty big sports guy.
Yeah, you're a much bigger sports guy than I am. So I don't know. Did you watch the NBA Finals? So what is it? A week ago, 2 weeks ago?
I watched them. I watched the Golden State kind of walk through it.
Yeah. So the funny part of that. So
after almost losing game 1, and they probably should have lost game 1, but.
That's actually kind of funny because there's a brewery now out in California in the San Francisco Bay Area that has made an IPA called Lebron's Tears Hazy IPA.
Nice.
As basically, I mean, it's just a gimmick, but I just thought it was hilarious.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. I don't know if there we go. We got a picture of LeBron and the beer and everything. I think no matter what happened, they would have probably named it after one of the guys that lost it. They probably had this beer pre-made.
Well, this is a Bay Area, so I doubt they would have made a Steph's Tears IPA.
The news article was saying maybe they should have made a wine.
Yeah.
You know, a Steph. So, kind of a limited release. You have to go to the brewery to get it, type of thing. So, just a little bit.
I was trying to think of any other puns that I had.
So that was a little bit of an interesting news on beer-wise. We have some other Northwest, or not even Northwest, Midwest.
Skull says, not as focused of a lens. It's my damn C920 webcam.
Yeah, calm down. Jeez.
Good Lord.
So we were actually talked about this, or something similar to this, a while ago. The former head brewer of Blue Moon.
I just know that's going to fall eventually.
Oh, so what are you going to tape it?
Fixing it.
Oh. So the former head brewer of Brewing, we talked about him. He will be releasing a basically marijuana beer, a THC infused beer with non-alcohol.
Sorry guys, 1 second. Getting the tour of my office right now.
Not really. You're holding it steady, so they're just seeing the ceiling.
At least I'm not spinning it around.
Yeah. All right.
Is that a good
and a little bit higher right there.
Perfect.
That's almost about what it used to be.
I'm pretty good at this point.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Heck, I nailed that.
Yeah.
Actually, I could tilt it down a little bit. There we go.
I think you'll be cut off in frame.
Nope.
Oh, look at that.
Nailed it.
Dang, that's good. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Gosh darn it. That's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Welcome back to my webcam feed, everyone. All right.
So Nevada is now going to be getting some basically THC infused beer.
Yep.
Non-alcoholic beer, I should have to say, but it'll contain, or a law passed that they will now be able to serve or brew and make beer, which I don't believe it should be called beer, but a beverage with THC infused in it, and I believe it has 2.5 milligrams of THC, which they're saying that has just enough effect to let you feel it within about 5 to 7 minutes, and then dissipate not too long after that. Kind of a strong lager or IPA,
right?
Type deal, I think, is what they're going for. Again, just interesting news in the world of beer and the marijuana and everything. And actually, a funny fact: Canada just approved legalized marijuana.
Yes, nationwide.
Yeah.
Yep.
So interesting.
Get on it, USA.
Yeah. Interesting news.
Yep.
Interesting news.
But yeah, the THC beer will be available in both California and Nevada.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
And it's
starting in July.
Starting in July. Yeah.
They beat us.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I'm surprised that anyone beat Oregon to that.
I know.
I mean, I know Colorado. I mean, I know they've got their breweries and whatnot.
Well, and that's where Blue Moon was going to be doing it. Was in Colorado.
Yeah.
But, guess Nevada and California beat us to that.
Oregon, I'm disappointed. I mean, Block 15, that was asking for you to make something.
Right? Anything in Portland, any brewery in Portland was just like, we will make it, and we'll make it our staple beer. I mean, I'm surprised a dispensary just didn't turn into a brewery.
Yeah. No kidding.
You're right. Just be like, oh, here, we'll put a one barrel system in our place.
John, new business idea.
Wait a second, I get it. Well, I did want to do that when I had the tap room. That was that space next to me, and I should turn that into a dispensary.
Yeah.
And then people can have their choice between beer and weed.
There you go.
You take a ounce to go with you and a growler to go with you. Puff or chug.
We can dream.
We can dream. World Cup, you follow that?
I do.
You do follow the world. Well, guess what? They're having a sword.
They're having a minor crisis.
Yeah, for those of anyone over on the European side over the pond, you guys are going to be having a crisis trying to drink some beers.
Yep. There is kind of a worldwide shortage of CO2 that's happening right now.
Well, they're saying it's mostly affecting Europe.
Yeah, it's mostly affecting Europe, but this could spread a little bit wider.
Yeah, it could spread
if it goes on for too much longer. I don't remember if it was one of the producing plants for CO2, the bottling plants for CO2.
Yeah, what it seemed to be is that some UK CO2 factories shut down, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then also the methane gas prices that take to produce clean beverage CO2, food grade.
Right.
The price of that went up.
Yeah.
Too. So now it's costing them more, and they can't even keep up with the demand.
Yep.
So by doing that, now sodas and beers in the UK and through Europe are their distributors are limiting them for cans of CO2 that they are allowed to buy.
Yep.
And because the World Cup is going on, everyone's buying beer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who doesn't love a good lager and sitting down and watching beer, especially in Europe and the UK? I mean, that's just like staple.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got 90,000 fans in a stadium.
Exactly. And it's for a month long.
Yep.
6 weeks. Yep. And then at the same time of that, another little part is Russia is actually short of beer.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's not also just the CO2 crisis, but Russia itself has underestimated the amount of beer drinkers at soccer games.
Which, how did Russia underestimate the amount of liquor going to be sold?
Well, I actually read an article a while ago. I think we might have talked about it or discussed it on our notes that they banned liquor sales, or they wanted to lower the amount of liquor sales and increase beer sales because it's lower alcohol or percentage. So they didn't want too many people to get rowdy. Well, by doing that, it's supply and demand. I mean, come on. It's like, who thought of Putin that, you know?
So Russia, I'm going to tell you this. When I go to a sporting event and I don't drive myself, I'm going to get this drunk. Whether I get there by liquor or whether I get there from beer or a combination of the two, this is the level that I'm probably going to hit.
And then everyone knows, it's the World Cup.
Right.
It's soccer, world's #1 sport. Everyone just drinks beer. while watching it. So that it's just mind-boggling how unprepared they were. Even Heineken was unprepared for this. And
Wow.
So that's what's going on. So kind of world news. Beer
I blame
news.
dry ice use in mining farms.
We have a couple people from Russia and over there that watch the show. If you do, talk on the chat if you're watching or afterwards if you watch this later when it's posted. Put something in the comments. I'd love to hear if you see anything going on, if you've ever heard about this.
Yep. Who's my eyes on the ground over there? All right. That about wraps it up for beer news this week.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of little things.
Yep. I threw John a curveball that he probably doesn't know about unless he read the notes before he came over.
Not right when I came over.
So I've got 2 new stories that I posted because these dropped about an hour before showtime.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't read that.
Okay.
I read everything around 3:30.
So, I'll start with, and I'm not going to link directly to the YouTube guy's channel, because, just flat out, I don't trust him. I didn't add those.
You didn't
to
add,
your...
but can you switch or do
I can't. Let me think about this. Oh wait, actually, I can because I can move this over here.
There you go, and then
and then do that.
That's still me.
Oh no, sorry, that's right because that's a stream, not a V.
Oh, we didn't talk about this, but who cares about this beer news?
Well, that's interesting. You can see my mouse on top, but it's not capturing that. It's only capturing the window. Okay. I'm learning things about XSplit. So anyway.
Oh, you got to see the chat.
Yep. There's our chat window.
Hey!
Hey, everyone.
You get to read nothing.
Where are you watching from tonight, and what are you drinking? Let me know in chat. Anyway, so again, I'm not going to link directly to this guy's YouTube channel because, frankly, I don't trust him. He is claiming that the GTX 1180 will be released with 8 gigabytes of RAM and GDDR6, which I already confirmed a little bit ago. I hope you got a shot of my hand.
I did.
Okay, excellent.
I did.
Anytime I can mess up John's Instagram post. You notice how I had to have the camera slightly askew because he's edgy and deep.
Yeah, I'm going to put some sweet filters on that.
Blur the background, get that little lens flare in
That's
there.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy. We've talked about 11 series cards spec-wise before. And these specs line up with it. What's curious is support for DirectX 12.5 and DirectX 13, which I have not heard claimed yet. And a retail price on the 1180 of $720. And that's going to be for either the Founders card, the Reference card, or the Portland, Oregon Widmer Hef.
I know, right? It's not called the Widmer Hef, Jeff. Didn't you see the video?
I saw the
sent you?
video.
It's not Hef.
Yeah.
What was it? Hefe?
Yeah.
Something like that?
It's a Hefeweizen.
It's a Hefeweizen.
It's a Hefeweizen.
That's what the guy who made it
I know what
walked
the guy
around town and said, that's wrong.
You know...
It's not called Widmer. It's a Hefeweizen beer, but it's not called Widmer Hef.
Then don't name it Widmer Hefeweizen. Spelled identically to the German Hefeweizen.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't... I think he just mispronounced it, and this is gonna... I hate to argue that point, but he spelled it the exact same way as Hefeweizen. And we can get into the GIF war if you'd like again.
Oh, no, but it's GIF.
No?
Yes.
No, because the guy who created it says GIF. He says it's pronounced GIF.
Whatever.
So if you're going to pull Hefeweizen with me, I'm going to pull GIF on you. So anyway, GTX 1180 will be $720, which is a $220 price hike from the original price of a GTX 1080 at launch. The GTX 1080 is supposed to be a $500 card.
Which is not bad.
Right. Was originally supposed to be $600, and then they dropped it to $500.
Yeah.
So, but still, $120 premium on The E is silent. On where the cards should have been. On not even your flagship card anymore. We're talking 1080 Ti prices for a card that's going to slot into the 1080 position in the lineup. Oh, and it's going to be released July 30th.
Where did he get that information
Yeah,
from?
see, I like how you're not even in the know, but we've just talked about it enough on this show, and you're raising an eyebrow.
Yeah, no.
I know for a fact within about the last 10 days that board partners were briefed on the new Nvidia chips. What will be required, what the reference boards are going to look like, what the power... They were all briefed within the last 10 days, which means they don't have even the fabs to produce the reference boards created yet, let alone have been working on custom cards. They don't even probably have the tooling to start producing yet, which probably takes 6 weeks on its own. So there's your July 30th date. And the last information that I heard is that Nvidia is going to be unveiling the GTX 1180 at an August 20th event for a late Q3 release. So where this guy is pulling
Maybe he
July 30th out.
Maybe he misconstrued 2018 with 2019?
No, because I don't think it's going to be 2019 either. I think it's going to be a late late Q3 release, so September, October.
I don't know then.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but it's certainly not going to be July 30th.
well, you know what we're going to do July 30th, and if it's not released, we're going to be going on his YouTube channel and make comments all
I don't
day
suggest
long.
brigading. I do not.
Hey.
I am not encouraging you to brigade. In fact,
he doesn't know who hops and brews
In
are.
fact, In fact, I strictly prohibit my viewers from going and doing that. You're better than that, and you know it.
I'm not.
Until you get drunk, or John does.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I hope
Computing
said this about your channel.
Yep.
Even though no one knows who we're talking about because we couldn't put it up.
Is someone drinking the dragon's milk?
That's well, someone said that, and then someone else said that they actually I'm
not a fan of bourbon
detest. Well, they detested dragons.
Oh, I detest dragons. Okay.
Oh, is it? Yeah, is it dragon? Yeah, dragon's milk. Oh, it's a fantastic beer.
That is one of the best stouts in the world.
Yeah, it's a great
It truly
beer.
is.
I even have the dragon's milk, the new one, the cherry one that just came out. I have that in my fridge.
Slowly watching the guy on the right get more drunk. Oh, you. Okay.
Oh, is that me? Wait, your right, my right.
I had to verify. Okay, I'm on the right. Does he mean me? No, John. It's beer. Okay, we're good.
What is? This is like okay. This is actually.
John has had that much beer.
Yeah, this is like 6.5. This is just how I am.
Yeah, John. I've explained you before. If you're new to the show, John is loose.
I'm very anyone that ever tries to. Oh, I got that friend.
Yeah.
How do you describe him? You just gotta experience him.
Right.
And sometimes I'm in big crowds. I'm pretty just like I'll lay back, but then once I warm up, it's like I'm just out there.
Holy wow! There's life in Twitch. Is there?
What? No.
Are people watching on Twitch? Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Hang on. 2?
No. 4. We got 4.
What is that? Is that a record?
It's not a record. I've had like 9 in there before.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't.
If you're watching on Twitch, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
All right. So GTX 1180, we know it's going to eventually come. Although the news that I heard, Tweaktown reported. Now, Tweaktown take their news with a grain of salt as well. Perhaps a small lakeful. That the GTX 1180 has been delayed because Nvidia ramped up add-in board partners ramped up production of Pascal series cards. And there's a major, what they call a Taiwanese Big 3 OEM. So take that as Gigabyte, Asus, or EVGA.
The big ones.
Have returned 300,000 Pascal series GPUs to Nvidia because they can't sell them. Oh, because they have such a large supply at this point, they cannot sell those cards.
Oh yeah, because they're dropping probably
because the crypto value's tanked, and so no one is buying cards to mine crypto on anymore. And so if Nvidia did indeed ramp up production of Pascal series chips and sent them out to board partners are now returning those chips, saying we're never ever going to use those.
Yeah.
So this
give them away as free promos.
This is breaking news. Like I said, posted by Tweaktown about an hour and 40 minutes ago. I don't know. This is a single source. It's a rumor. But from what I heard, Nvidia was trying to ramp up Pascal series production, and they were going to push 11 series cards out to kind of mill, because no one, as far as gamers, were buying Pascal series cards. Mm-hmm. It was all the miners who were doing it. Or, for the most part, for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So they were going to try to milk the 10 series a little bit more and then switch to the 11 series late in the year.
Yeah.
So that all jives with what I've heard. And the return of 300,000 GPUs to NVIDIA, that's going to be something.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt bad.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do some sweet promotions of, hey, guess what we're giving away, guys? Random free box for every 5th caller.
Right. Act today and
yeah. All that spam advertisement email you're going to be getting, that's actually going to be real this time.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, if you buy our cloud storage, get a free digital graphics card.
I could do with sign up for an Amazon web server and get a free GTX 1070 Ti.
Yeah, right.
Heck yeah. Heck, install it in my server so I can do some remote gaming. Do some, I could go for that. Again, this is all rumor and speculation. The news that I have heard that I've seen from multiple sources is NVIDIA is going to unveil 11 series graphics cards on August 20th. Not for release, they're going to unveil and demo.
Oh, that's not unheard of. That could happen.
Right. Which we have been hearing rumors of them unveiling the cards all the way back in March, which does fit with a 6-month push out the calendar for a release. So the news that I've heard from reputable sources, this is the one that I believe. That they were planning an event in March. That event got canceled because of the crypto miners buying up so many graphics cards and memory shortages too.
Oh, yeah.
There was more things at play than just that. They decided to ramp up 10 series production rather than cancel that and start 11 series production because of numbers that they were seeing. And now they're looking at unveiling the card 6 months later. So those are the things that I believe. I think that's going to be much more accurate than GTX 1180 launching on July.
The end of the next month.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. No, I didn't even put that on the title, so it's not even in the title. It's a search term, but it's not in the title.
What?
If anyone calls me out for clickbait on this one, which they probably will. I'm sure someone will. Oh yeah, GTX 1180 coming in July. Or delayed. So I did add the caveat.
You kind of covered yourself. Okay. But I'm betting you'll get a couple comments.
I'm sure I will. I always do. Yeah. No matter what the title is, they say clickbait. The best comment I've received this week was,
oh god, those are hilarious that you'll post it.
Yeah, I post the best ones in Discord just so everyone else can see them. And by the way, I still read every comment. I read hundreds of comments per day sometimes. But probably the best one that I read this week, or it might have been late last week, was my Game Boy Advance knockoff cartridges.
I remember that one.
Someone said, just shut the f*** up and play the game. I was reviewing the cartridge, not the game. If you want to do like a Wii play with Super Mario Brothers, I'm all for it, but...
It's like, okay, how many times do I need to play Mario 3?
Do you really want to see a re-recorded... or a pre-recorded me playing Super Mario World on a Game Boy Advance recorded with a webcam?
Maybe he needed to know where all the shortcuts were.
I'm not of the right ethnicity to play Super Mario World in a way that should be streamed. I'll just say.
Watch me beat this game in 90 seconds.
Right.
Now, see, that would have been cool.
I can't even beat Kaizo Mario. You don't want to watch me play the original Super Mario Brothers World. I'm decent. I can play it just fine, but I am not the frame perfect jumping.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
I used to get to like World 9 in like a couple minutes just from like, all the
yeah, but you use warp whistles.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how you would do it.
Mhm. So yeah, apparently I'm a gaming channel now and I needed to do a Wii play of Super Mario World and just shut the F up and play the game.
See, what we should try to do is have a whole day of chat or do a talking heads while in front of us, or what we can do is like Wii Tennis or Wii Sports.
Yeah.
And we have to do it while we're talking.
I've thought about doing something similar to that, where we're playing a game while we're doing this.
Exactly, yes.
I thought about doing that, or even just live streaming us playing. I mean, I have controllers here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then there was the talk of you and Steve.
Throwing down on some Counter-Strike or something similar. So...
Something like that would always be kind of a fun. You know, that'd be a really good Friday Flights.
Yep. I can beat Super Mario Brothers 2 or Super Mario Brothers Map 1-2 in like 30 seconds. Yeah, I bet you can. Running on the top, you know.
Yeah. Well, what world?
Who can't beat the cave level in 30 seconds?
Oh yeah, exactly. As soon as you get to, I think it's like the third screen or something like that, you jump up, hit up there, go in the elevator, and just run. Yeah, and then you could warp to. I believe it goes to level 4.
Yeah, because you can warp to world 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and you go to 4, and then you go to like a couple levels, then you can go up to like 7.
Yep.
And that's where I always stopped.
Yep.
Because then...
No, you can go to 6, and then you can take one in world 6 to either 7 or 8.
Yeah. But then
See, I know my routing. I know my routing tables.
It's been a while since I played.
Oh.
I actually, in my program that I built for my company, I put a NES emulator inside of it.
You told me about that.
And so you have to type a secret code to launch it, you know.
Is it the Konami code to launch it?
No, it's not.
Oh, come on.
No, it's not.
Lame.
No. It's only one game too. Someone wanted
up, down, left, right, B, A, enter. and it launches.
Contra.
Yep.
Yeah. No, someone wanted to play Kung Fu.
I will say, I think it was Macy's, the department store. They, for one of their events, maybe the Macy's Day Parade, if you went to their homepage and you entered the Konami code, it would pop up at the bottom of the page, Raptors and hats. And so it was Velociraptors that would pop up from the bottom of the page and then scurry off to the side. And it was just like 2D... Like a 2D image pops up and then does like this thing on the side.
Yeah. Very cheap, but still.
But yeah, exactly. But the animation was there and it was funny and clever and there were like 10 different Raptors on there. Well, I downloaded that code and that code is currently on my company's web server. So if you enter the code on their web server, you'll get Raptors and hats.
That's hilarious. I should do that. That'd be awesome.
No one's found it yet.
Because no one's probably ever.
No one's reported it.
No one's probably ever thought of doing that.
Yeah. But no, there's a number of websites you can go to and enter the Konami code. I believe Google has something if you enter the Konami code.
Well, is it? Because I know they randomly have stuff like that all the time. Like there was a Pac-Man, there was a Mario. Nope.
There we go.
Nope.
They did for a while.
Yeah, but
yeah, I think they had a Pac-Man emulator.
Yeah, they had. I remember the Pac-Man emulator. I know if like you were in Google Maps, you can even just then they even introduced just the Pac-Man mode of like you can turn your city into Pac-Man. That was fun, but yeah, I've seen other things where they'll have games in there.
Yep.
Oh yes, my job here. Wait, or what are we doing?
Next one.
Oh, I like the first one. That's fine.
That one's going because I moved this news back by.
Okay, basically the talking points.
I didn't put the last one in either. Picard.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's on my notes.
Okay.
So we'll have to.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still up. They are. Haha. Sorry, I have to add this link.
Oh yeah. We might have to not talk about some things just to talk about this subject.
There we go. And then full screen it.
There we go.
Ta-da!
Bye-bye.
All right, Foxconn has opened a North American headquarters in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So Foxconn, known best for
TVs?
Being an OEM, being a manufacturer for a number of different companies. Foxconn actually assembles iPhones.
Oh,
and they do fab work for Apple. They're also the patent holder for a number of different connectors, and they produce
dongles.
Not dongles, but they produce socket mounts.
Oh, okay.
And various chipsets and USB connectors and things like that. So oftentimes, like on Intel boards, if you the latch mechanism for the socket mount, that's actually a Foxconn design.
Oh, okay.
Or Foxconn
Manufactures
that for boards to install. Foxconn, they used to produce their own boards. I believe they still do in some markets, but I don't believe they sell them in the U.S. anymore. I could be wrong about that, but I haven't seen a Foxconn board in a long time.
They might now.
But they did used to import. Actually,
soon.
This facility is going to be a $10 billion LCD manufacturing facility.
Yeah.
It's going to be 20 million square feet. And Foxconn recently purchased a large building in Milwaukee, Wisconsin that could employ up to 13,000 people. So in the very near future, we may be seeing U.S.-produced LCD screens, TVs, monitors, etc. And provide 13,000 jobs to Wisconsin.
That's great.
Which is freaking awesome.
It's great because, there's a lot of beer there too.
Yes. A lot of beer in Wisconsin. Although I've talked about it before. I wasn't too impressed.
Oh, yes.
But
no, this would be cool because hopefully, I don't know if, actually, I don't know if the importing cost would be cheaper or if they're going to do the whole American wages, take more money, so our products are going to cost more. I don't know. I hope not. I hope that we can get something here, something good quality, some different brands, something competitive. It'd be great.
Yeah, totally. It'll probably be existing brands
first.
Or Foxconn will just continue to be an OEM. They'll just produce materials and monitors and whatnot and release them with other brands' names on them.
Yeah.
Because most Apple products that you buy, they're Foxconn manufacturing. From beginning to end.
It'd be great though if since there's no importing of it or anything like that, there's a little bit cheaper price tag on
right.
it,
Oh, totally. Yeah, especially now that we have tariffs. Oh, Lord.
What's going on in chat?
Rod says even Foxconn had some stuff listed on PC Part Picker. To your point, no prices were listed, but stuff wasn't actively being sold. So yeah, I know they do have some stuff available in some markets. I believe they're mostly Asian markets still. But they do OEM their own stuff. They do sell motherboards, and I believe they even sold graphics cards for a while.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, they do motherboards, they do cases, they do a whole bunch of other stuff. So, what's up with AMD throws shade? Oh, we're getting to that. In fact, is that next?
No.
Okay. It's like 2 or 3 slides in.
Yeah.
So we're getting to that. AMD throws shade. We'll get to that.
You want to do this one, or you want to go to the next?
Wasn't there a phone one?
There's a phone one.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know. I found this one just kind of interesting because it's
a different kind of phone.
It's a different kind of phone. Now, what I'm actually most surprised about it, because we've seen the technology of a foldable smartphone, full screen, type deal.
The foldable OLEDs.
Yeah. And no one's really actually attached themselves to it.
Yeah, Nokia's been kind of the forerunner in that, trying to get a foldable screen out on the market.
Yeah. And usually it was like a big tablet or something like that.
And they go, hey, look, we can bend it. Oh, don't bend it that far.
Don't bend it that far. Or like, you can kind of wear it around your wrist, too.
Oh. Yeah, I believe that was LG that had the watch
but it was just
prototype.
it was huge and clunky. To where Samsung now, and back in the early 2000s, I remember the original Razr.
Yep.
The Razr phone.
Motorola.
Or Motorola, yeah. sorry.
Hello,
Motorola.
Moto.
Yeah. The Razr phone. I remember that back when the flip phones, this was crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was super thin. There we go. That's kind of a cool shot. Super thin. It had the flat screen buttons and everything like that. It was really cool.
Yeah, I do remember the original Moto Razr. I never actually owned one.
I did. I actually did own one. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time the Razr had come out, gosh, what year was that?
01?
Very early 2000s, between 99 and maybe 02.
So I had my handy Nokia, and I never had the 5500 or whatever the brick one is. I had the one that was the evolution of that, which was a little bit shorter, a little bit slimmer. Had
the rounded edges.
Had the rounded edges
I know
to it.
Yeah.
The
gray round. Yeah, I had that one too.
Exactly.
Yep.
Still swappable faceplates. You could do all that.
You can go to the kiosk at your local mall.
That's right.
And buy those Japanese imported.
Oh, I had the lightning bolts.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. It's like tattooing your phone.
Hey, what was funny is I had I'm very particular about how I put things in my pockets and where things go and how I handle them and whatnot. And I had this move with the old Nokia phone where I would hold it up like this, and I could flip it because there were two little grooves that were down on the side of it, and I could flip it in my hand like that, and then just whisk it into my pocket. and so I had a move when I would hang up where I would like flip it almost like a switchblade style. Yeah, I was way cooler than I thought I was.
Oh yeah. So
or no, inverse of that. Sorry.
So, but Motorola Razr version 4 is coming out. I didn't see a date.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Foldable OLED screen.
But a foldable OLED screen and
in-screen fingerprint reader.
Yeah, and what I really liked is when you do fold it, it still has a front-face screen.
Yeah.
That's actually I thought was really ingenious.
Yeah.
I like the menu system is a screen too.
Yeah.
So as you're texting, as you're doing stuff, the menu just will digitally change. So you can have like the demo that they showed was emojis, but I was thinking maybe some kind of games or something that you could probably have on there. Even just media stuff where you can have your play, your pause, your edit.
That'd be excellent.
On that.
Yeah.
So instead of when you touch the screen, it goes over everything. You're like, oh, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Because I personally annoys me on a lot of media players.
Totally. I could totally see myself using this phone.
Yeah, and it's again super thin.
Yeah. Well, better darn well be.
Yeah, it's called the Razr, right? I know the video talked about it. The measure. I can't see it in the article, but there's no date. Didn't see it, but obviously it's coming out.
Yep. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. I may try to. I've been trying to get into the smartphone reviews, and so that's one I might take a look at.
It looks pretty.
Let me know in comments if you're interested in that.
Yeah.
Like not the chat, but in the video comments. Let me know if you're interested because I'd love to show manufacturers that there's interest for me to do this kind of stuff. So, speaking of my own selfish needs, Intel i7 8700K 8086K. Which is their limited edition 40th anniversary of the 8086 chip.
If you didn't win one, too bad.
We'll talk about that.
Why I said it.
So, the i7 8086, we suspected that this was going to be a better binning of an 8700K. And that is kind of playing out with some of the lottery specs that we're seeing. For those who aren't aware, Silicon Lottery is a great website. You can actually buy chips from them. So siliconlottery.com. They will go through the process of overclocking and verifying a frequency and a voltage that a chip will run at.
Supposedly it's supposed to run at.
No, that they'll guarantee it.
Really?
And what they say is, we have an 8700K that'll run at 5.2 gigahertz at 1.38 volts. And you'll pay X amount of money for that chip.
Oh.
And so they have tiers of their chips. And so they'll say this one's 5.2, this one's 5.1. This one will do 5.0, but the voltage is a little higher. This one does 4.9. And you'll pay slightly above retail or even sometimes exactly retail. They say, oh, we got a chip that does 4.8. We'll sell it to you at retail cost.
Yeah.
So it's a legitimate service, but they do a lot of number keeping and record keeping of what they call the Silicon Lottery. So the 8086K, sorry, I'll start with the 8700K. 99% of chips are able to hit 4.9 gigahertz at 1.38 volts. 86% of chips are able to hit 5 gigahertz at 1.4. And when we get to the 5.2 gigahertz mark, only 17% of chips are able to hit that, and it takes 1.425 volts. What we're seeing is that same 5.2 gigahertz overclock. We're seeing 60% of 8086Ks hit that number.
That's really good.
So we're seeing very, very good binning of the 8086K.
I wonder if it's the quality that they're putting into to handle everything.
Well, that's exactly what binning is. It's they're determining what is the highest quality wafer. We're taking from the inside of the wafer, which is where all the juicy stuff is at, whereas normally there's more errors on the outside chips of the fab. So they're using premium quality silicon in the 8086K. In fact, they're so confident of it that in 1 or 5 gigahertz is the rated turbo boost of the 8086, which means you're guaranteed from Intel to hit 5 gigahertz at stock speeds, just under the turbo mode. 92% hit 5.1, 60% hit 5.2, and 14% hit 5.3. Now that 5.3, the voltage has me worried a little bit.
Yeah,
at 1.435 volts.
Pushing a lot there.
Yeah, we're getting well outside of what Intel's normal comfort range is for voltage there. Especially because they use crap for an IHS. Yeah, so what we suspected of the 8086K is kind of proving to be true, where it is a very, very good quality silicon. Someone asked, did they do the 8086 giveaway yet? And I believe they have,
Yep.
and if you won, you probably already got notification of it.
Yep.
And if you missed it, sorry. Speaking of
The
Intel 8086 giveaway, thank you for the very natural segue there. AMD throws shade. AMD tweeted out, "Hey, did you miss out on, or did you win an 8086K in Intel's giveaway of their 8086 chips? Tell you what, the first 40 people to tweet at us, we're gonna let them swap it for a 1950X." Threadripper chip.
Don't worry about it. You
Seriously.
straight up swap.
Seriously, we'll mail you the chip. We'll mail you a 1950X. You mail us back the 8086. We'll call it even.
Yep.
So AMD usurping Intel's best marketing by saying trade up your free 8086K for an actual CPU.
What is it? It said that will work, play, and create with heavy metal.
That's right. I'm surprised they didn't go into, and by the way, we soldered our IHS. So the first 40 US-based winners of the Intel 8th Gen Core i7 8086K limited edition sweepstakes, which opened on June 7th and closed on June 8th, to complete certain steps will be offered the opportunity to exchange their new inbox processor for a flagship 16-core AMD Ryzen Threadripper 1950X. Again, you can't have opened it. If you opened it, sorry, no deal.
No. They don't want you tinkering with anything.
But if you didn't open it, if you won one of these CPUs, you can trade it straight across if you're one of the first 40 to contact AMD and you meet certain criteria for a 1950X, which is an $800 processor.
Wow.
So, fantastic bit of marketing there by AMD. Intel actually responded. They felt it, or they were behooved to respond, rather. Intel tweeted out at AMD Ryzen, if you wanted an 8086 processor, you could have just asked us.
Thanks for help celebrating and promoting us. Yeah, obviously these two marketing teams are really starting to have a good time.
Now, I do love it when corporate marketing goes back and forth at each other.
Oh, yeah.
It is some of the best stuff you will ever see.
You know that whoever probably did the website was like, man, this is going to be hilarious. And the guy who runs the Intel tweeting, Insta or Twitter account is probably like, this is, I'm not even going to ask my boss. This is gold right here, man. I got this, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, let's start something. And it's fun. As long as they keep going back and forth, no matter what, it actually... Intel has been looking a little crappy, but this actually puts them in a little bit of a nicer limelight.
It's nice to see them take this in stride.
Exactly. That's really what it is. It's not the whole corporate, we are the best, and don't even worry about it. But it's just like, hey.
Why would you ever want one of those crappy chips?
It's very nice tongue-in-cheek, and so it's very nice to see.
The AMD giveaway, honestly, 40 CPUs to them, it's not much. No. And if it gains them publicity, it's worth that. It's worth its weight in gold at that point. and Intel responding... very much in kind, very much playing the same game. Fantastic by both marketing teams, by both Twitter teams.
Yep.
I thought it was hilarious.
But
you need a $300 motherboard for the 1950X. Well, yeah, but you need a $300 motherboard on a Z370 to hit those clock speeds anyway that they're talking about. You need good power delivery to the 8086. So, in theory, you could plug it into a B360 board or an entry-level $180, $220 Z370, but the cost difference is not that much.
No.
And the performance gains all around.
If you're even interested in one of those processors, you're obviously someone who's seriously gaming or seriously into hardware, and you're not going to be getting that entry-level motherboard anyways.
Right. Yeah, if you're going to be building an 8086 based system, the cost of entry to go to Threadripper is the difference in the CPU.
Yeah.
When you really get down to brass tacks. And if AMD is fronting that cost for you, well...
Whatever, yeah, there you go.
What's $50 in that computer build?
This channel's fake news. Roman's saying that, and then he's saying he wants to squeeze my face like a potato.
What?
So right there in Discord. I don't get it.
He's not even of drinking age. I'm not sure what...
Is it because I'm Russian and it's a racial thing?
Yeah. Burning down the house on Talking Heads? No way. Oh, the wind seems to have died down.
I think we'll be fine today. Well, we'll be fine for the show.
Knock on particle board.
Yes.
Yeah, we should be okay. Although those clouds are looking a little sketchy.
I thought this was horse hoof stuff.
I need to hurry up and drink this.
Yeah, you're almost done. We were pretty close, actually. Other than that last article, we were pretty much neck and neck.
I will say your glass was a little taller than mine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, I guess I wasn't that far behind.
No, you were actually ahead of me when I was talking beer, and
okay.
I caught back up when you were talking tech.
That.
So,
this may be a 40 or 50 minute hour BS session because we're almost near the end of our news.
Yeah, but they're good BS stuff.
They're good BS stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We could talk whole 2 hour shows on these two BS.
Yes.
Things.
We have 2 items that are coming up at the end of the show. Stay tuned. Because I'm sure it will spur some side comments and conversation you're going to want to be a part of. And yeah, it's probably Star Trek related.
Yep. What isn't on this show?
John, I'm going to let you translate this one while I finish this.
Oh, I totally got this because, I've dealt with a lot of Japanese code before. So AMD Ryzen...
That's Chinese, by the way. I believe it's Mandarin.
I'm so sorry. I don't know the difference. I failed you, Jeff. I don't deserve to be on this show anymore.
No, you don't.
I really don't. I apologize to the fans. I'm just going to quit YouTube.
Yep.
Everything.
Well you should. You want me to get my Klingon knife so you can finish the job?
Yes.
So when is the stream meant to end? Honestly, I stopped aiming for an hour show probably about 4 months ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. It originally was supposed to be like 45 minutes to 60 minutes.
Yeah, we were when the show started, I was planning on a 1 hour show. And I figured if we can aim for an hour, and even if I can fill like 50 minutes, I think we're good. And so the first couple of shows were actually kind of rough to get in. Yeah, finally the LCARs, my screensaver kicked in there. Like I said, power is a little sketchy in my neighborhood today, so you'll notice none of my back monitors are on or anything like that. Although I do have my LED lights kicking. So I don't know if anyone noticed my new addressable LED light bar.
Yes, he was showing me that earlier. He was like, check this out. Click.
Yep.
Click.
Yeah,
click.
You can see it over here too, chasing around the back of my desk. Yeah, I replaced my light strip with an addressable strip, so it's all baller now. Anyway, we've started aiming for a 1 hour show, and I filled that pretty easily. And then we did an hour's worth of news, and then it evolved into like 15 minutes worth of BS at the end, and that evolved into 20. And then eventually we were just going like over an hour over anyway.
Yeah, so we're just like,
let's just make it a 2 hour show. If it's a light news week, we'll BS for an hour.
Yeah.
So this is an 8 to 10 p.m. show.
Something like that. And it's very loose. It could be, if we have literally had nothing to talk about.
We've done 220 before.
Yeah. I think you and Steve did 224.
224, and it actually cut out 5 minutes early because we talked for another 5 minutes before I realized the internet had died.
Oh!
Yeah, we had a whole ending that was actually pretty fantastic.
Roman's saying he's Japanese. Yeah. You want to open up another one and then go?
No, Roman. I was talking about the text. I'm pretty sure that's Chinese, but wasn't talking about you. Oh.
Well, I think he was talking about me knowing the difference between Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
He was offended by that.
Yep. And I could be wrong. Maybe that is Japanese, but I'm pretty sure that's Chinese.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of anime in my day.
Yep. Anyway, that Chinese site. The reason we pulled that Chinese site up was this is
Supposedly.
a CPU-Z capture of Ryzen Threadripper Pinnacle Ridge, which this slide could very easily be faked, but this goes perfectly in line with the leaks that I have heard earlier, which is a 32-core, 64-thread at a 3.4 gigahertz base clock.
Which most of this is around that.
Right. And those numbers totally line up. And again, AMD has not revealed what the clocks are going to be, but we heard rumors that it's going to be a 3.4 gigahertz, potentially a 3 gigahertz base with a 3.4 turbo. And if we're seeing turbo speeds here, that's right in line. That's a 3.391. And then we've seen overclocking on Zen Plus, if you have the motherboard and power to support it, going to like 4.4. Now, I'm not sure that will scale well on Threadripper, but here's hoping. Because I'm going to try.
That's another video for another time.
I just bought a 1,000-watt power supply for my rig back there. You'll notice I got new cabling in my rig, too. I
did notice that.
Yep. So, I got a brand new 1,000-watt power supply. So, I'm prepping for Threadripper 2. I will own one of the Threadripper 2 CPUs, whether it's the 16-core, but I really want that 32-core. I really do.
That would be sweet.
Just to say I have it.
You'll never use...
What are you going to use it for?
Nothing.
Games and stuff?
So you'll use, 8 of those cores?
No, I'll actually use them all when I'm rendering.
Yeah.
Just for the final render. But I multitask a lot. I'm ashamed sometimes of the number of Chrome tabs and different windows in general that I have open.
You're like my wife.
Yeah.
Just 3 or 4 tabs. That's all you need.
Yep.
Once you're done. Done.
Yep. All right.
You want to open up anything?
Yeah. Let's open a beer. What do you feel like? I chose the first one.
Let's go with IPA, because stout can be kind of a bit of a palate cleanser, and it's warming up, so we can...
Perfect.
We can have that.
Perfect. You want some new glasses?
I'll get them.
Yeah. You're closer.
I'll give you your Zelda one.
Woo! So this is the Fort George Suicide Squeeze. It's a 17. It
sounds like 17!
Good lord!
Yeah!
It's a 7.2% IPA, and it's a collaboration with Suicide Squeeze Records. This is a limited release. They release it seasonally, once per year. They started this in 2014, and just a solid IPA.
Yeah, it's got a nice malt body, a lot of citrus notes.
Yep. For those who don't know, Fort George is over in Astoria, Oregon. So another coastal town, where the Goonies was, actually.
Yep. Actually, Steve and I...
And actually, the brewery's like around the corner from the house.
Oh, wow. Look at that, though. You got some floaties in yours.
Yeah. It said it was unfiltered. So, yeah. I gave it that last little hit at the back, and all the floaties came out.
Actually, now that I look at mine, I actually do have quite
I got a lot of floaties.
You got a lot of floaties.
Wow. I almost want to strain that. It's probably fine.
It's fine. It's just yeasty goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just a really good, solid IPA.
Yep.
Malt, kind of some piney and citrus, notes.
Lot maltier than the traditional Northwest IPA.
Yeah.
Quite a bit maltier.
So sometimes I like that, though. I like it.
Where Goonies were, you're right. I was grammatically incorrect there.
Well, the house is still there.
Yep. When you can have 4,294,967,296 tabs.
I'm assuming he actually went and checked that.
Only if you have a 32-bit computer. Craft Computing, I have 16 tabs open currently. I've got about that in one window. I've got 4 or 5 different other windows open for chat sessions and to make sure YouTube and Twitch are still live, which they are. In fact, 61 people on YouTube. We're getting up there.
Ooh, what about Twitch?
6.
We moved 2.
67 concurrent.
What up, Twitch?
I will take that. So yeah. Normally day to day I've got 5 to 10.
Yeah, usually sometimes.
But usually I have other programs open too. I'm usually working in a shell prompt somewhere. I've
Yeah.
usually got some other thing going on.
Oh yeah, no, I got like 3 monitors set up, and it's.
Oh no, I'm Chinese. Okay, Roman says he's Chinese.
Wait, no. Was he?
Yeah, he says he's Chinese.
I could have sworn he was European.
Chinese European? Vega 12. Vega news. All
right, I'm there.
Politics. So AMD.
More AMD.
There we go. AMD Vega 12 and
20.
Vega 20. Benchmarks say hello. From Ashes of the Singularity benchmarks. So as I've noticed a couple of times on the show, we know there's going to be some standalone Vega cards coming out, although that's actually been brought into doubt recently with the development of Polaris versus Vega. I don't know if you followed that. Probably not.
Nope.
Apparently, Polaris had about 5 times the resources that Vega did for development, and Polaris was bankrolled by Sony for PlayStation development.
Oh, okay.
Which is why Polaris has endured so long with the RX series, the RX 48580, and why Vega has failed to gain any kind of traction. Now, the mining craze kind of took some of the steam out of what could have been a really good release card. But that's why we may not see more Vega cards. We may see evolutions of Polaris instead. But that's neither here nor now. Here nor there. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink another beer. Makes me wonder about the delay on YouTube. No, there's a delay. It's not bad. 10 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
Yep. Anyway, so Ashes of the Singularity, which is a very well-known... it's a game, but most people use it for an AMD benchmark.
Stupid Roman.
Oh, that's
where'd
freaking
it go?
great. Oh, he deleted it.
Oh.
No, put it back.
If you don't know by now,
We're chatting with Discord.
Yeah, Jeff's Patreon, so many jokes go on. There's a own little community within there.
A lot of GIF wars, a lot of meme wars.
Yeah, please join. It's a minimum $1 a month. It's fantastic. Join.
And you get to hang out with me all day. Who doesn't want to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of hanging out with me all day, I hung out with Epos Vox today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
So if you don't know who Epos Vox is, he's another tech YouTuber. And I've watched his channel for probably about 1.5 years or so. But he found some of my videos and we started chatting, and he was actually in town yesterday for the Intel Extreme Rig Challenge. He was one of the judges there.
Oh, cool.
And he stayed the night. Not here, but stayed the night in Portland.
Oh, okay.
And so I tweeted at him. I said, "Hey, you want me to drive you around town, and we'll grab a burger, and I'll drive you to the airport or something." And he took me up on it. So yeah, we had lunch and hung out for 2.5 hours, something like that. And
I'm assuming you had a beer.
did not.
What?
Did not have a beer.
You're craft computing.
I know. I offered him a beer first, and he actually doesn't drink. And I said, okay, cool. Well, I'll pick you up. Maybe we'll have like an early lunch or something like that, and I'll drop you at the airport. Okay, cool. So I picked him up at 9:30, and we're driving around, and we go over to Cascade Station up in Portland, and I said, hey, you want to grab a coffee, and then we'll sit down and have coffee, and then we'll go over have some lunch somewhere. Yeah. And he goes, oh, I don't drink coffee either. I said, man, you would not do well in Portland.
Oh God, yeah, I know. Well, is he like a vegan or vegetarian?
No, we had a really nice burger. We went to Wow Burger.
Oh, I was gonna say if he is a vegan or vegetarian, it's like, oh, okay, he'll fit in.
Yeah.
But
no. We went to Wow Burger, so I mean, he had a burger.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, if you don't like artisan coffees or beers or craft things like that,
cocktails,
maybe Portland might not be the place. There is actually a lot of good food, though.
A lot of good food.
A lot of good food.
A lot of really good Italian food here.
Yeah. A lot of good Thai food.
A lot of good Thai food too. Yeah. No beer. Where did I take him? I picked him up in downtown, and we actually just kind of drove 84. I drove up 82nd looking for any stores that looked interesting or anything like that. We didn't see anything right off the bat. And so we actually went to Wendy's up in Cascade Station, sat down and had a soda. And had a soda there. And then we went over to Wow Burger. and introduce him to a real Portland burger.
Oh yeah.
Which I had the Big Kahuna burger, which is my favorite burger there. It's their Hawaiian style with pineapple teriyaki sauce and Spam.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fried Spam on a burger. Oh, it's delicious.
That's horrible.
It's delicious.
No.
Oh, man.
Ah.
Craft beer guys giving me crap for what I like on my burgers.
All right, whatever. It's,
shut up.
It's fine. I'm
shut your
I'm
mouth.
actually a huge like food pick. I'm a picky eater.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I like. I've liked it since I was like 10 years old. I don't like anything else. I don't even like that food touching my other food. Like I hate tomatoes. And which is funny because I like ketchup, but I hate tomatoes.
Yep.
And if a tomato even touches my burger, I'm like, nope, don't want it. I don't want the whole entire burger.
Yep.
So I'm just that type of guy.
Yep. I'm not that picky for food. I do have my certain foods. I cannot have them. Just no.
Oh yeah, no.
Mushrooms? No.
I'm not too bad with mushrooms. I can't have avocado.
I love avocado.
Can't.
I love guacamole.
No.
Literally, like mushrooms will like set off my gag reflex.
Oh really?
I will vomit if there's mushrooms on my food.
I'm not.
And it's not in my head. It's I'll take a bite of something that I don't know has mushrooms in it, and I'll go.
And you're just like, I know that's
all of a sudden I'm my cat at 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, mushrooms are too bad. I mean, I don't enjoy them, but I don't purposely, sought after them. I don't search after them. But if they're in like some Chinese or soup or something like that, where there's other things masking the flavor, I'm fine with it. Now, something like a strong red onion, I can't do red onions.
I love red onions. Red onions, green onions.
No, I can do sweet onions and like yellow onions. Yellow onions are really pushing it.
Yep.
But yeah, can't do red onions. Can't do avocados.
Sorry, I said green onions. Sweet onions.
Sweet onions.
I was thinking red onion, green pepper.
Oh, that's
where my head was.
Oh, I love peppers.
Yeah. Someone asked, avocado on a burger? Hell yeah. Avocado on a burger.
Oh, God.
Oh, delicious.
Oh, horrible. No.
Oh, so good.
You know, it's so bad. My whole family is avocado freaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have a aunt who lives in California, has this huge avocado tree. So she'll send us these huge, like, California avocados. And everyone says they're fantastic. I think they taste like gross. But, yeah.
Taste like gross.
They taste like gross. But everyone just constantly makes avocado toast at my house. Avocado. Yeah, my wife puts guacamole on all of her burgers.
My cat is the same way. Stupid cat's puking at 4 a.m. And then best pizza I've ever had was potato, bacon, fried Spam, and honey.
Now, see,
I would eat that.
I would probably try it. I would probably then be like, can we take the Spam out?
Yeah. Nice. It's a vacuum cleaner. Nice. Sorry, more Discord going on.
Fried egg on a burger.
Fried egg on a burger is delicious.
That's fantastic. Now,
delicious.
I like fried egg, but I don't like sunny side up eggs.
I don't like true sunny side up eggs where the yolk isn't cooked.
Yes.
But I like it where the yolk is still slightly liquid. Still slightly.
For me, it has to be very slightly. Steve likes it just running off, dripping down, and I can't.
I don't like when I poke the egg on my plate and the egg goes.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
No. But I do like the yolk to be still gelatinous / slightly.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I would prefer more of the McDonald's, breakfast sandwich style. I prefer that on a burger.
Yeah,
you can't like your own picture. I guess whatever. Who cares?
I could totally. I didn't post it.
Yeah.
I don't like my own posts. Unlike some people in this room.
Shut up! I need to get likes. I need
to
start.
John posted on Instagram. John liked this post on Instagram.
I need to start the roll.
I like my eggs whipped. That's a good way to have them.
Yeah, that's a good way to have them. It's great in cocktails.
Yep. What do you? We'll get into a question real quick.
Okay.
Are we still on? Oh yeah, we're on full screen. Wanted to make sure I wasn't still on the weird.
I'm looking over here like,
benchmark.
Man, it's so hard to read chat. It's like, wait a second, I got it's right here.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think about an HP laptop with an i7700K 77700K? I'm assuming you mean not a 7700K, or an i7 7700K and a 1050
GTX.
GTX, 12 gigs of RAM. It games as good as my desktop, but if I sell the desktop, it will hold up as a primary machine.
But then how much is the laptop? Because to me, price and
the thing about the modern laptops now, you probably don't have a 7700K. You probably have a 7700U or a 7700HQ, and those are two different variants of the 7700 on the mobile platform. That being said, you're not going to run into any CPU bottlenecks with a GTX 1050 on a laptop for gaming. And it all depends on what your desktop standards are. I mean, I view gaming as, oh, this isn't playable. Dude, you're averaging 52 frames per second. Give it a rest.
Yeah.
It's
very playable.
I posted a video on a GT 1030 and goes, that's not playable. Dude, I got 38 frames per second in Doom. Would you let me play my damn game?
Yeah.
Have some leeway there.
Just because you can't play your game at max resolution of everything max doesn't mean I can't play my game.
At 4K 60 FPS locked, doesn't mean it's not playable. I still play consoles from everyone, and not current gen consoles where you can sometimes get 60 FPS, except in PUBG. Where I'll play Red Dead Redemption, which plays at like 20 frames per second, and it's a phenomenal game, and it's playable. It's a good game. It's
playable too. And then the thing is, though, again, for you and a lot of other people, for most people, their monitors don't even support the 4K monitor resolution because they just couldn't afford it.
Right. The monitor behind you is a 75 hertz, and that's the fastest monitor I have in the
phone. So you don't even need it to do half of that crap because your monitor can't even support it. Your video card can't do it. Why are you doing it? You're there if the game is good in general and it is playable, it's playable.
Right. And I take more of the stance that consistent frame rate is more important than average or high frame rate. Because some people will say, oh yeah, I played this game on my 1050 at 60 frames per second.
Hey, Vlad!
Oh, Vlad. Pro tip, boys, if a hooker says 130 flower for 30 minutes, don't come to the hotel with a bouquet of roses. Good advice, as always, Vlad.
Cheers, Vlad.
But anyway, I'll get people all the time that say, oh, my GTX 1050 Ti can play that at 1440p Ultra and 60 frames per second, no problem. Number one, bullshit. You do not know what Ultra settings is, and you didn't benchmark it to verify that it's actually 60 FPS. Just because you have a frame counter in the top and you see 60 every once in a while doesn't mean you're 60 frames per second.
No, just because you stand in the back end of the cave and you're like, I peaked at 60 every now and
then. Okay, in the menu, I'm peaking at 62, so 60 frames per second again. Again, it's a sliding scale, and some games are better than others at sliding your hardware around. But honestly, if a game is above 35, 40 and it holds it consistently, like I'm not dropping into the teens, I'm pretty happy. I really am.
Yeah.
I don't have these standards that say, oh, it's stuttering like crazy. I can't play this.
Oh, I'm getting a migraine. My eyes hurt now. Oh.
Yeah. This is not Morty being pulled off a level plane.
Yeah.
Everything is crooked.
Take me back. Take me back.
Labs in the cosmic slaughter.
I'm going to do a little snip, snip.
Oh, yeah. We know our Rick and Morty. But honestly, and I'll say 30 FPS is playable as long as it's consistent, as long as I'm not dropping into the teens. And honestly, I've had games that play at an average of 75 but have drops into the 20s. And those to me are unplayable because it's not consistent. If I benchmark a game and it averages 45, but its 1% low is 37 and its top is 62, that's a plenty playable game. Mm-hmm. Because my frame rate is not fluctuating wildly.
Yeah.
That's what your eyes notice. Not necessarily the smoothness, because I'll still watch a 24 FPS video. I go to the movie theater all the time, which is playing at 24 FPS.
Yeah.
And I don't complain about the frame rate there.
Yeah. Well, I think what he ended up clarifying was more about the heat and the heat on the laptop versus the heat on the. I'm going to let your dog out.
No, yeah, thank you. But no, you should be just fine as far as holding up. The HP laptop should hold up just fine. 7700 HQ, you're not going to run into any throttling issues with a GTX 1050. And the cool thing is the new GTX 1050s are the same GTX 1050 you'd get in a desktop. They're not mobile specific anymore, where they're 1/3 the power with the same name. Although Nvidia seems to confuse all the rest of their product line with different names now. GTX 1050 3 gig, for example. And GTX 1060 5 gig. And GTX 1050 versus 1050 Ti. And GTX 1030 versus 1030 with DDR4. And yeah.
Can't wait for the TIX.
Yeah.
The sexy edition.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think of that. Okay, let's get on to some fun news.
You want to do? Yeah, we'll do this.
We'll do Lucas first.
All right. So anyone that watches this channel knows we are huge Star Trek nerds.
Yes.
If you ever seen any of Jeff's videos, I mean his unboxing knife. If you don't know it by now, you don't watch the channel.
If you didn't watch my most recent video, you didn't see my unboxing knife, which is the Klingon Dak Tak.
Right? If you didn't see, what was it, 2 talking heads ago with Rhett, where Rhett was dancing around with a bat
lift. It's in the thumbnail. It's a great video.
Yes. And if you haven't noticed, through all the time, Jeff has tons of stuff in the background of Trek. Well, we are not just a Trek bunch of nerdy groups. We are nerd. What is the difference? For everyone, exclusive, not exclusive nerds.
You can just say geeks.
We are geeks, but yeah, we are all around geeks. We are
well-rounded geeks.
Well-rounded.
Yeah.
So we love our wars too.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Star Wars, so
that was a terrible segue.
That was a terrible. I had the word like when I drove up. I was like, I know.
We love our wars too. John, craft computing, pro-war.
Hey, it brings the economy up.
Only if we have U.S. manufacturing for our war supplies.
Well, I'm just telling you, we're gonna have
those damn tariffs are gonna raise the price of tanks.
We have a space force now, and we're getting that. We're gonna need space wars.
Speaking of Star Wars,
so, it was a horrible. I had a whole thing planned for this.
You did, and you slaughtered it.
I slaughtered it so bad. All right, so there was an article posted.
So John, before we get into the article, what is your hierarchy of Star Wars films?
Star Wars films?
Star Wars films. Or just Star Wars in general. Where do you place? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? And we can all agree Star Wars Holiday Special, bottom.
No.
Bottom.
Ewok Adventures are on the bottom.
I'd say Holiday Special and then Ewok, Battle for Endor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was I forget what the other one was.
Whether
called.
it's 1-2 or 1 or 2-1 or 1A and 1B.
They're just on the. I don't even talk about them.
Yeah. They don't exist.
They don't exist. So I really do dance around New Hope and Empire.
Okay.
I really do, just because New Hope was the beginning. There's just some very classic scenes in it.
Something about the original.
Exactly. It's just something about it. I really like that. But the complexity, the storytelling, just everything was so much better in Empire. Mm-hmm. Then I would probably go with what was not the latest one, the Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, yeah.
I'd probably go with Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi. Probably then what was not the Rogue One.
Rogue One.
I
was gonna ask where that fit in your hierarchy.
I'd probably go with
making sure you weren't forgetting about it.
No, probably go with Rogue One. Then everything else starts mixing in. I have not seen Solo. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen the Solo one yet.
So
we're on even ground there.
Yeah. So and then basically. Jar Jar Binks is on the low end. The prequels.
It's a sliding scale.
Yeah, people talk about Revenge of the Sith as being good. I don't care for it.
I thought it was good, in the same way that Fallout 3 was a good game, but not a great Fallout game. Or Fallout 4 rather.
I just didn't like.
Where it's like
any of them.
I can appreciate it as a movie. The storytelling was better than it was in 2. It wasn't
way better.
It wasn't. I hate sand. Nothing is smooth there. Not like it is here.
Nobody likes me. I'm a grown boy now.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel. No. Show me how you feel. That's storytelling at its core. I'll agree with most of that. I would actually put Rogue One number 1. It was my absolute favorite. because I love the stories that, like A New Hope did a great job kind of building this world.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back made you live in it.
Yes.
And that's why I think Empire Strikes Back is a better movie than A New Hope. I say that times 2 with Rogue One, where I thought you were living in the world. As cheesy as the speech in the middle was, I wasn't buying the rebellions are built on hope thing. But the rest of the movie, the story was fantastic. And I love movies where they don't care if the heroes live or die, because they just started slaughtering them.
Well, see, what I didn't like about the movies is no matter what, you already knew the outcome of this movie.
Right.
There was no suspense. The whole writing of it was just, we have to tell this story because we want to tell the story. But anyone that knows Star Wars already knows what happens because of the New Hope. They say,
right,
everyone died.
Right. Many Bothans died. Yeah, us this information.
Exactly. So it's just like, oh, I know what happens.
Right.
Everyone's dead. They can't bring back any of these characters because they weren't in the New Hope or mentioned at all. So they all die.
Yep.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. That's why I say as all the prequels.
Would you like to know the odds of us surviving this?
Yeah.
No.
Never tell me the odds.
It's low. It's low.
But kind of back though, I think Empire Strikes Back, though, you were saying it kind of brings you into that world. I think it was also more character development.
Yes.
To the story of especially Han Solo, Leia,
and that's where it gets its praise from.
Yeah.
Is it didn't care about telling the story. It cared about making these characters real.
Yes.
And for that it was fantastic.
But and that's where I think Rogue One, they rush through everything, and you don't have that time to understand those characters.
I thought they did a good job with Jen Erso. With building her character.
It's okay, but again, it's okay to where that's where I think Empire Strikes Back comes out to be better because they have the time of the original. Mm-hmm. That's where they have, hey, I'm introducing you, and then now I'll develop the character. So they had a whole movie of introduction and then a whole movie of development. To where this is, I'm just giving you the first 30 minutes of introduction, and the middle part and end part is character development.
Yep.
So that's where Rogue, and again, I still think Rogue is great.
Yep.
But there's a soft spot for the
perfect segue here. So Nicholas says, I stopped caring about Star Wars, i.e. the new Star Wars movies, after watching Episode 7. Still annoyed that there's no KOTOR. If you thought Episode 7 was bad,
no,
it's shame on you. Ryan was our goddamn savior.
He really was.
But before we jump into the article real quick, I will touch on, if you thought Episode 7 was bad and is being accepted badly, and everyone hates it, and what the hell did they do to Star Wars? They killed Star Wars. Go back and read the original 1980 reviews of The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said the exact same thing. Yeah. They said, all of a sudden there's no story. It's just a bunch of characters talking for 3 hours and then something blows up. What the hell's with that? Or in the case of Empire Strikes Back, or nothing blows up.
Yeah. The hero dies.
And you can't kill this person. What are you doing killing this person? Yeah. And oh man, it's so dark and it's just this weird ending. And where do you go from? You had a perfectly good first movie and then you killed it with the second one. And everyone said that. Until Jedi came around and made Empire Strikes Back make sense in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone views Empire today as a phenomenal movie. Is it set up Jedi. It set up Jedi to be a good movie. And I think we're going to say the same thing about that in a couple of years with Episode 7.
I hope so.
That being said, the original stories to 7 through 9...
Oh, God. Kind of got leaked.
Or sorry, I was saying 7 in the Episode 8 with Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Not Episode 7. Disregard my last 2 minutes of conversation. Episode 8. If you thought Episode 8 was bad.
Yes.
If you thought Episode 8 was bad...
Episode 7 wasn't bad. It was just or 7. It was just a retelling of 4.
It rehashed 4 in so many ways, and there were too many callbacks to, hey, look, we're Star Wars. Yes, I know you're Star Wars.
Yeah, but again, the one kind of thing I thought of that was it brought the nostalgia back. I don't think it was trying to be this epic movie to bring back the series and continue. I think it was just bring back it to the modern generation to where us and like our parents technically would have been the people to have watched that movie, so they would enjoy it. The people that the true fans or older fans would enjoy it. Like, oh, I get it. I did enjoy it. It connects me. And to where new younger people like, this is a great story.
Yeah.
To where we see that it's just a rehashing of the original New Hope.
And I'll say it's a good movie.
It's
a very good movie. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it's a good movie. It was enjoyable. I liked it. It's middle tier in the Star Wars franchise for me.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think it's middle tier in the Star Wars franchise. But
it's high middle tier.
But it's still a Star Wars movie.
Yes.
And it grows the universe, whether it's Rogue One or whether it's Battle for Endor.
Yes.
It grows the universe.
Yes.
And so it expanded the story. It finished Han Solo's story. Spoiler alerts.
If you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm assuming Han's not going to come back as a ghost.
There was even talks for episode 8 of Han's coming back as the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or flashbacks.
Yeah.
Or there was even talks of him being in the Solo movie, of him telling the story to someone. That was kind of supposed to be the whole purpose. I read a couple articles about that.
That would have been cool.
And I thought that would have been kind of cool. But again, Harrison Ford, even in the original one, said, I needed to die in the original trilogy. She's like, you should have killed off Han Solo then.
Yeah.
And that's, I believe, also one of the only reasons he even did
Did
7 was because like, oh yeah, you're dying.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah, finish me off.
Finish me off. I'm good to go.
I should have died in Jedi. I didn't have the heroic sacrifice to tie that movie together. Kill me off in 7. Force Awakens.
There we go. That's the one.
Anyway, so if you thought 7 and 8 were bad, if you truly did, and you're just going, oh, nothing beats the originals, or oh, I'm a prequel fanboy,
don't even watch this channel.
Right. Don't even watch this channel.
But yeah,
I take them all. I'll watch. I can't watch episode 2. I just can't.
It's hard. It's hard. And whatever.
But I want to move on.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
If you thought those stories were bad, nothing can top what George Lucas actually had planned for episodes 7, 8, and 9. So,
I love this article you found too.
So what was the worst part of the prequels?
Oh, everyone knows it was the Gillette razor.
the women's razor to scan the midichlorians. Wait. Okay, so I thought the Force was just this mythical energy power, but now you're telling me it's biological, which means I can engineer it, which means I can do this, which means... Yes, and that was a Gillette women's razor, by the way.
But yes, it would be the midichlorians reference. And Jar Jar Binks.
So it's the midichlorians.
And Jar Jar
Binks.
Yeah.
What George Lucas had planned for episodes 7, 8, and 9 was that we're going to go on this epic quest inside the human body to find the midichlorians that have turned evil.
Yeah, and that is the Force, the dark force.
We're going to go fight the midichlorians
at a cellular level.
Futurama, let's take the Planet Express ship and shrink it down and shoot it in Fry's coffee style.
Oh yeah. God, no.
I know human anatomy. Who says I don't? Where the food is just digested. Sinus action.
I mean, this is literally like a magic school bus. Idea of let's take our lightsabers.
Miss Frizzle, the white blood cell is attacking us. Well, I know because we're a foreign object in this body.
What I do love about the article was the guy that sent him this information that he heard from George Lucas was, well, what is all the titles of this article that I should post?
Yeah.
And so at the end of this article, did you post the links for this?
Yes, I did.
Oh, go to the end of it. It's fantastic. There's George Lucas reveals how Disney saved Star Wars from a fate worse than death. George Lucas' final trilogy plans. Fantastic Voyage meets the Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
So there's all these titles for this article of just hilarious jokes. This is bad though. If that is what George Lucas planned, that's bad.
Thank you, Disney.
Yes, thank you for buying it.
Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Rian Johnson.
So,
you owe him Star Wars. You owe him your fandom.
Just for keeping it somewhat good.
For keeping it within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Now, I know all of a sudden we have shields and we have fuel and we have these things that we've never talked about before. But we have those things on Star Trek, and besides shields up, we don't talk about fuel. but there's dilithium crystals that power the engines, and we know that is a finite quantity. And they never talked about it because it's
and at least what the one thing they don't talk about, but it is a natural process, is that Jedis are a old, it's an old, not a race, but a old group of people, and the religion order, that's order, and the technology is still, it hasn't changed much. Whereas the rest of society's technology probably has changed. So they probably could have developed shields or weapons to combat lightsabers or all these other fuels and different styles of things to combat the Force, to combat other ways. So it may not be talked about, but it is a logical progression.
Yep. Now, why the stormtroopers suddenly have the
weird
clubs that can combat lightsabers?
What is with electrical...
Was that really a growing threat? You were worried about Jedis coming and beating your lightsaber or your stormtrooper force?
Well, maybe Kylo Ren was like, "Hey, check out my lightsaber." Well, I want something like that.
I heard Kylo has an 8-pack.
that was a great SNL.
Hey, I found Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Do you want to see it?
Honestly, that was better than the movie
itself. Kylo Ren's a punk bitch.
Was that Kylo Ren? Yeah.
Dude, Matt straight up sucks. I didn't get my muffin, Matt.
If you haven't seen the SNL...
Such a great skit.
It's a great skit of Kylo Ren. It was Undercover Bosses, Star Wars. That was great.
I know exactly what he's going through with his son dying because I killed him. Yep. All right. On to what I know my fans are going to be talking about.
Oh, yeah, right? I really hope this is true.
I really hope this is true.
This would be great.
Oh, God.
So when I saw this article, the meme, the meme. You know exactly which one I wanted to post. Yeah. Not even that. What was the one where it's him going like this?
Oh, the Patrick Stewart?
The Patrick Stewart one.
Or was it Shimmy Shoulder?
No, wasn't it? He has a different one. I think he has one where he's like giddy as a schoolgirl or something like that. But that was the one I was trying to look for it.
So Patrick Stewart is in the news.
Yeah. Sir Patrick Stewart.
Sir Patrick Stewart. Excuse me.
Yes.
My apologies.
They didn't put that in here.
They did not. Shame on them.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Huffington Post, I expect better from you. So, Sir Patrick Stewart is in the news.
Not for X-Men.
Not for X-Men. For Star Trek news. Patrick Stewart may be returning to a Star Trek
near you
series. Not a movie. Not a one-time cameo on Discovery. He may be reprising Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, God, that'd be great. Now, I would hope... Obviously, his age and everything. So, what is it? Is the CBS... what's the guy that started the new... Alex Kurtzman or whatever.
Yeah.
He did the whole Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Or helped start that. And he just got a $25 million deal to expand the Star Trek universe on the new CB streaming service.
Yep. And we know...
CBS.
Yes. Part of the CBS streaming services, there's going to be 4 new series of Star Trek. There's going to be an animated series. There's going to be a live-action series. There's going to be potentially a movie and some other things coming with that. But we know there's 4 Star Trek-related projects in the works today.
Yeah.
And one of them may be a new series starring Jean-Luc Picard. The original Jean-Luc Picard. So in that video that's in there, Patrick Stewart actually... they asked Patrick Stewart, have you seen the new Star Trek shows?
Yeah.
And he goes, the Star Trek... Oh, the new shows. No, I haven't. But I may have reason to start watching them very soon.
I wonder if it's going to be Captain Worf or the.
It better be at this point because the dude has put in his time.
Oh yeah, it should have. But no, man. Even like kind of the story of Jean-Luc Picard, maybe Academy years, and then he just narrates it in the background, and every now and then.
Right.
I wouldn't even mind that.
As long as he's not all good things, crazy Picard.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that would be horrible.
Today's date. I need to know today's date.
Or like Admiral Picard. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
But I don't know if I'd want to see an Enterprise.
I don't know that I would either.
Because then it wouldn't be Captain Jean-Luc Picard. But that's I think the only way a show would work is if he was like Admiral or higher rank.
Right.
You know?
I would want to see some kind of new conflict, a la the Jem'Hadar, or some kind of new ongoing war, where I know we're friends with the Klingons, and that's pretty much been cemented over the last 80 years of lore.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see the Romulans rise to power after the Cardassians and the Federations are weakened from the Jem'Hadar War.
Could be.
I would love to see some scenario involving.
Well, I think he'd be too old for that. You know what? I wouldn't mind actually.
But an admiral position.
An Admiral, I wouldn't mind. Is more of a political drama of him, and he's
that would be interesting.
and it's just how. Like
West Wing, San Francisco.
Yeah, kind of like that. But let's take what was the Darkness one with Khan.
Yeah.
To where they talked about let's be more of a military. If someone in the Federation wanted to be more military based, and they started slowly.
And
taking
remember,
over,
there's a new timeline they can follow.
they could. I really don't want them to.
I'm
but
just saying.
They need if they're gonna have Jean-Luc Picard, they need to have the original timeline. They need to go with that.
I disagree because the Picards were some of the first that founded the first Martian colonies, the Picards were so the Picards have a long line of exploration. There's reason to believe that Jean-Luc, regardless of whatever timeline, would have made his way to the stars and would have made his way to a captain.
Whatever. I still think but I wouldn't want to watch that though.
Unless he was in San Francisco when the Enterprise fell on it.
Well, no, because he would have probably been at his wine field.
It's true.
And so, which is nowhere near.
Yeah.
So he would have been fine.
He wasn't even born yet.
No.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, because it was 100 years. He was in diapers or.
No, it wasn't even that.
It wasn't.
It's 80 years before Next Generation.
His father was in diapers.
Yeah. Yeah, his father was in diapers.
That's what it was.
Because Jean-Luc was technically like 60 when he took over the Enterprise.
Was he? I don't think he was 60 when he took over the Enterprise. I thought he was in his 40s.
Patrick Stewart was in his 40s.
Patrick Stewart was in his 40s, but Jean-Luc Picard was not in his 60s. Or, I mean, yeah. No, he wasn't.
Maybe in his 50s.
Where are you getting that information from? Yeah, Google that stuff.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Wikipedia.
Where's my Wikipedia on this one?
Hey, if anyone knows this, quick, put it on chat.
How old was Jean-Luc Picard when he took commission of the Enterprise?
And I don't want to know book references. I want to,
I want to know.
Yeah. Now, what is star date and his star date of birth?
Yep. Doesn't say anything of his age. Born in France, 13th of July, 2305, and dreamed of joining Starfleet. When did he take over the Enterprise? I know, great.
The silence on this channel.
Yep. On stardate 40759.5,
which is the year
2563. He would have been 58.
Yep.
Bitch.
You said 60.
I said 60s, maybe 50s.
Maybe 50s. You weren't confident in your 50s.
Sorry, he would have been 53. No, 58. Excuse me. 58. 58.
I'm betting that's wrong.
Boom.
I bet some fanboy wrote that.
On stardate 40759.5 in the year 2363, which Picard was born in 2305, the Enterprise was launched from Mars. On stardate 41025.5, the Enterprise was commissioned encounter at Farpoint. So it was multiple. It was a year later after the Mars launch that Picard actually took the helm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Dude was 60.
It's a good looking 60-year-old. I wish I looked that good at 60. Yeah, whatever.
What happened to the Velocifier keyboard on the stream? You see, I needed my function keys without needing a function button, and my Velocifier keyboard is on the back counter here. It's going to work as my bench keyboard now. Look, it's still right here. So, but it's on my test bench now.
How can he tell? I mean, like, there's only a little bit of your keys on there.
He can probably tell. Well, I even replaced the escape key with a red one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I tried to make it look similar, but
That's a good eye.
Yep, good eye. But no, and technically this is a Velocifier too. This is the TKL01, I believe. This is the 10 keyless wired brown switch. That's about $30, and it's a great keyboard.
Oh, wow.
So
This is a short show.
it has the WASD keys. These are actually the WASD set that came with my Corsair K70. I never used them on the K70, but I thought they looked good on this keyboard, and so I just installed the extra keycaps on here. And then I killed my K70 one evening that Steve was over.
And you spilled beer.
I spilled a stout on my K70. So I do have a new keyboard potentially coming in that's going to be really cool, though. $90. It's a metal-backed keyboard. Mechanical switch, available in black, red, blue, or brown switches. And they're optical switches. $90.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so that keyboard is potentially on the way. So if you're a keyboard whore like I am, stay tuned to the channel.
The GTX 1180.
Did I miss talking to the GTX 1180? It was at the beginning of the show, mate. It was about 17 minutes in.
Yeah.
If
That's
I
like
remember
the
right.
first or second thing
Yep.
we talked about.
So yeah, if you go back in time or catch the stream after it's posted, it's about 17 or 18 minutes into the conversation. We get into 1180 talk. That thing looked like a standard Z-board key layout. Not a Z-board. Stout! Yeah, stout was good. Oh, we still have a stout to drink.
We do still have a stout to drink. Coffee stout with coffee beans.
Look at all the yeast that settled in the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious. I'm going to bring this up.
You can kind of see it there.
There's a layer of yeast at the bottom of this. Those are all the floaties that were in my glass. The ones that I didn't drink.
Yep.
Yep.
You see mine? That's right, you don't, because I poured mine correctly. You can get... Ah! Where's your keyboard now?
Oh, damn it.
Jeff, oh yeah, I'll ruin your keyboard. Oh, you don't have a keyboard.
I put the rim on the edge. Fort George needs to learn how to make a can. Maybe put the vortex in it. That was great. There we go. Oh, look how cloudy that is now.
I'll still drink it.
I know you will. Ugh. That's right. You talk shit, get hit.
I'm sorry if I don't know the age of Picard when he takes over the Enterprise. Oh no.
I knew the dude was old. Way older than Patrick Stewart was.
That's stupid. Someone needs to go and change that. See, like, I can believe 48. 58.
Dude was bald with the full skull.
Yeah,
cap
but
going on.
even that was him at like 45 though. Even
That was Patrick Stewart at 20.
yeah. So
See, I'm not talking Patrick Stewart. I'm talking Jean-Luc Picard. Jean-Luc Picard was old.
so wait,
Relatively.
So if he was 58 then.
Yep.
When were the movies?
They were 7 years later.
Were they? What? No.
Yep.
Was it,
So he was 65 during the movies.
yeah. At least he looked at it.
Yeah.
In the movies.
Yeah, in the movies, he was 65.
Yeah.
In real life, he was less than that, I believe. Craft Computing, what do I think of the Dell SE2717HR27
FreeSync.
Full HD FreeSync monitor for $139 at Best Buy? I think $139 is a decent price for a 27-inch monitor with FreeSync. I don't think 27-inch at 1080p is a good resolution. I think you're going to spend too much time looking at individual pixels rather than the whole picture. I think it's not a dense enough display. I think the same thing about 1440p 32-inch monitors. I think the same thing about 2560 by 1080 34-inch monitors. To me, the resolution's not high enough for that size of monitor. Craft Computing, you ever get different fans for your Threadripper build? I posted that video last Friday. To be fair. Yes, I'm actually in the process of collecting fans for an RGB fan showdown.
Oh, when he said fans, I wasn't thinking fans. I was like, yeah, I was like,
yeah, no.
I was like, oh, like what kind of other fans? Like girl fans?
Is this a 1 hour show? This is my favorite. Yeah, he found your Instagram post.
Shut up.
I would have said, is this OC? Anyway, yes, I am sourcing some new fans, and I have, I think, 5 sets that I'm going to be testing.
Ooh.
I have confirmations from XSPC and Corsair that they're going to be sending me out a set of 6 fans to test both in air cooling and water cooling systems. So I'm going to be using the 280X for an air cooling test bench because the Amazon fans that I bought on that are absolute junk. I'll also be testing both of those sets against the Amazon set and my InWin Aurora set. Again, both air cooling, water cooling, and software, looks, performance, installation, wiring. I'm going to go pretty in-depth. So it's going to be a showdown between 4 or 5 different RGB LED fans. Not just one color systems, but hey, can you make them dance like my desk is here? For those that can't see it, there's actually a red underglow to the desk with the white LEDs on top right now. Let's see here. There we go. We can see the blue and then the dancing green on top of it, or yellow. Yeah, green. So
Jeff can't tell.
I can't tell. Hold on.
There we go. I know there was the video with Steve. I was like, did Jeff just put on sunglasses?
Yep. No, these aren't sunglasses. These are in chroma glasses. These allow me to see color much more accurately.
Wow. So, apparently to some guy, we are both disappointments.
Wow, that green is a lot greener than I thought it was.
It's lime green. It's alien green.
Like, to me, it's got like a yellow cast on it when I put these glasses on. Oh, it pops. All of a sudden, it stands out.
Yeah, it's like lime jello green.
LG 25-inch, 2560 by 1080. I love the 25-inch ultra-wides. Those are great. Both of you are disappointments. What did I disappoint you for this time? As if there was only one.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't wear these every day because they look kind of ridiculous. They're massive glasses.
They are. I was about to say they look like Matrix glasses.
Yeah, they're one size too big. They're like 2 sizes too big. My problem is if I look to the side, you can see the whole lens, but you can't see my eye behind it. There we go.
Yeah,
it's like an Elton John in the 60s or 80s look.
You need to like bend it back and just take them off, and you'll have the whole not Neo but Morpheus look.
Yeah.
There you
well,
go.
No, that's cutting off the...
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cut them off and then bend it back so it just sits on the brim of your nose.
There we go.
Then you'll be a true...
What if I told you there are no glasses?
What if I tell you these keys are blue?
Shit. I want to open that stout.
Yeah. I was debating what to bring. I mean, that actually looks like backwash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Had the texture of backwash.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
You didn't even finish.
Yeah, but I got enough of the sediment to stop. I was going to just chug it and I went, nope, stop. That's a bad idea. I got stout glasses up at the top, in the center.
Yeah, but it's it's not even a full pint, so...
Yeah, I don't have... I might have some 12s.
I was going to say, if you got some 12, that'll probably be better. As none of us are on screen now.
Yeah.
You can just hear us.
Just listen to the sultry sound of my voice.
Where's the bat lith? Let me be like Rhett and just dance around. All right, let me. Yeah. Actually, that's pretty cool.
Ballast in the corner.
Oh yeah, there it is. Should be under your pillow. First line of defense.
That's right. I am thinking about hanging it above this monitor here.
And no one. Oh yeah, they would see the corner. So.
I see Jeff's been making some Amazon purchases. What did you see this time? You see the box down here? Yeah. Those cheap Chinese fans. I gotta show the packaging they came in. That's how they were shipped. Yep.
Oh whoa.
Wow, John. Speaking of, I poured it correctly.
Oh, shut
No.
up. You do it all yourself.
Okay, it's a little aggressive.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I was careful. Wow, that smells like coffee, though.
Because this is a cold brew stout, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone asked why we why we drink out of glass and not drink out of the can or bottle.
Yep.
You should not drink out of the can or bottle. The glass actually for beer gives you the proper aromatics and lets your beer technically breathe.
Now, see this head? It should be about that tall.
Yes.
But you eat with your eyes first. You drink with your nose first.
Yes.
Is how it works. And so the aromatics actually prep your palate for what you're going to be drinking. And there are aromatics in the beer. You'll smell different notes than you taste.
Yes.
It does smell really good coffee.
Oh yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah, normally if it's like a coffee stout, you'll taste like burnt espresso.
No, it.
I mean, that's a real sweet, almost like a caramel.
Yeah. Oh, your dog's back in. They've been out for a while.
Yep.
No, what I really like is the head's not white. It's nice and brown.
Yep. And it's really thick and it's not going anywhere.
I know that's kind of the problem of good beer is the head just kind of stays there. It's just super fine like a root beer float.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can taste the coffee in the head. Holy crap!
Oh yeah! Wow! That's like a shot of espresso in the head.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying head a lot.
Mm-hmm. No more than usual. I don't know if I want you pouring.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you gave me the rest. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look how thick that head is where it just... I mean, I can jiggle it and it just...
The liquid is jiggling, but the...
Yeah, the head is still...
Really good coffee flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That may be among the best coffees I've tasted in a beer.
It's a good beer. Or a good coffee flavored beer.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, this is a... I think they release this every year, every 6 months. Is the Cosmic Cold Brew, and then they have a couple bourbon barrel variations of this. I have two of. I drank one. I have the maple.
Block 15, yeah.
Yeah, I have a maple bourbon barrel aged version of those.
Yep. I guess I don't drink anything glassworthy.
Well, if you're drinking anything that's like $2 and below, it's not glassworthy.
Not glassworthy.
So.
But even a $3 bottle of IPA.
Oh yeah.
You pour it in a glass, it'll be a little bit different experience.
Yeah. No. The kind of the one thing, not promoting my own show, but kind of the one thing I do on like Hops and Brews is I really like to emphasize the journey of tasting the whole entire beer, of cracking it open from the fridge to when you pour it. How does it taste fresh out of the fridge? How does it taste in the middle of it to where it's kind of been sitting in your hand for a while, warming up, till how does it taste at the very end of the temperature changing, and how's that flavor evolved because beers and cocktails in general, just drinks in general, a lot of drinks with different temperatures at different temperatures taste different. Flavors come out, aromatics come out. We notice a lot of the times that the warmer something gets, the sweeter, the maltier it gets, to where the colder something gets, the bitterness or less flavor you get. That's kind of why we've always talked about the whole major breweries talk about, have it ice cold, because they don't want you to taste anything.
Yep.
Taste the Rockies.
A couple of weeks ago, we drank the Budweiser Freedom Reserve Lager.
Yeah.
And I got to say, at the first drink, and it wasn't the coldest it should have been.
No.
But it was fairly cold. It was probably 40 degrees.
Yeah.
It wasn't
bad.
Terrible.
No, it wasn't. If that was the standard Budweiser, I'd be like, hey, Budweiser's a pretty...
Right. I would drink it at that temperature.
Yeah.
I would drink it not every day, but it was an okay beer.
If I was at a barbecue, I'd be fine having
When
it.
it warmed up through the course of us drinking it, when it warmed up to 45 and then to 50, the whole flavor on it shifted, and all of a sudden I'm tasting nothing but burnt rice.
Yep.
And all that. I say all that malt, but the malt that they add.
Yeah.
And whatnot, and it just...
And it had aroma.
It had an aroma that was sickly sweet.
Yeah.
That almost smelled like a syrup.
Yeah. Artificial flavorings.
Artificial flavorings galore. Warm beer. Actually, beer can be quite good warm.
Oh yeah, no. So
this stout's been sitting out for 2 hours, and it's phenomenal.
It's great. I used to own a tap room, and that's actually, if you ever go back to Jeff's very first couple of videos, like first 3 or 4, he's actually shooting in my tap room. First 7. So he's actually shooting at in my upstairs area of my tap room, and we used to even do events where we purposely even heated beer up to like close to boiling temperatures to experience those flavors. It's fantastic. Beer at different temperatures gives you different flavors. It's a great experience to try out. Highly recommend it. Stouts are at higher ABV stouts. And big stouts should be in the room temperature to 50 plus degrees.
Yeah. Really, and especially if you have like a bourbon barrel age, 60.
Yeah, it really should
Pour it at 60, drink it at room temp. Fantastic.
Yeah, you're really going to experience the flavors that the brewer wants you to have. Sometimes you'll even, if you're lucky enough, see a lot of beers that'll say, this is the optimal serving temperature for this beer.
Yeah. I
don't know if that one does, but I've seen a lot of European beers say that. I don't see too many American beers say it. But still, yeah, every beer style has a particular degree that they should be served at. That's why if you go to a bar and they keep everything at the same temperature. So sometimes you might need to sit there and cup your glass if you are wanting that experience. And a lot of people really don't care.
Right. And I gotta say, if I'm given a cold stout, like a good like 11% barrel aged stout, I'll still drink it cold. I'm not saying I won't.
If this was cold, I'd still drink it. I'm like, this is good.
Really good beer.
Yeah.
In fact, the coffee flavor would come out if it was cold.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm getting more of the other flavors. I'm getting more of the almost like molasses flavor in this. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, and the coffee is kind of mellow in this, but it's a fantastically blended drink.
Yes, now it's more aromatic coffee, but I'm tasting molasses and dark roasty chocolate notes. Yeah, no, hot cocoa with my beer. Actually, I did that. I did a stout with ice cream and actually an egg. Yep. And then I did sours with it was mulled spices and lemons. It was fantastic.
Meanwhile, I did a beer milkshake.
Yeah, and you did a beer milkshake. We actually have some on my channel. We're going to be doing some more beer cocktails.
Yep.
So that'll be fun. I found a Jeff and I are really fond of old fashions.
Yes.
And I even found a beer-inspired old-fashioned.
Yeah, use a Jameson IPA to build an old-fashioned, but with a beer base.
Yeah, and then with a beer base, I was like, that sounds amazing. Let's do that, you know. I'm thinking like we do like 3 cocktails and just kind of, because they all seem pretty simple cocktails.
Yeah.
Where yours was a bit more complex. Couple of steps, and so.
I love how people last week commented that my old-fashioned was complex.
How is an old fashioned complex?
That's one of the most simple drinks you can make.
What, 3 ingredients?
I have drinks where you light shit on fire.
Yeah. How do you screw up an old fashioned?
Yeah. I have drinks where you like light something on fire and then you set it under a glass and you let it smoke while you're building the rest of the cocktail and then you pour the drink into the smoke.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I do drinks like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, one-offs, okay, but yeah, my standard go-tos are like an old-fashioned, a Manhattan.
Yeah.
The most complex drink I probably have is more of like the tropical drinks. Feed your dog.
That's what I was laughing at.
They just want attention right now.
She is a whiny little brat sometimes.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs. I have Ruby. She's a 55-pound Australian Shepherd mix. She's a white with a black and brown patch over her eye. She's absolutely adorable. But she's 2 years old, and she has 3 known quantities in life. 1, breakfast is at 6:30, dinner is at 5, and my bedtime is at 10.
Yeah.
And if it's dark outside, I want to be outside. That's like her want in life. And so that's why during the show, she'll start whining because she just wants to be outside. She doesn't have to pee. She doesn't have to go out there. She just wants to go outside and sit. She wants to go sit on the deck. And so she'll start whining. But at 10 o'clock, we crate both of our dogs at night. And so at 10 o'clock, she'll go, okay, it's time for you to go to bed. I would like to go to bed too. She won't go sit in her crate. She'll sit there and whine at me until I go put her in her crate. And then I have another dog, Zeke, which is the one that's been on the show a couple of times. He's the little puppy that we found. He is close to 7 months now.
7 months?
He was about 6 weeks when we found him, when he showed up on our doorstep. And he has taken up all of her bad habits.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that she just follows him around all the time.
Yeah. Zeke is funny. He's really funny. He's got his own personality. I'll start petting him, and he wants to be so submissive to the point where he'll put his head flat on the ground, but his butt is sticking straight up in the air. And so I'll pet him like on his head or on his belly, and he'll sit there with his head flat on the ground and his ass in the air.
It's like a cat?
Yeah. And eventually he'll like flop over, but that's what he does. I'll start petting him and he just goes, oh yeah. And he puts his head flat on the ground. But he will whine to go outside. But again, the dogs have a very strict schedule, and they let me know what their schedule is. It's 6:30, 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. That's their schedule
right now.
That's their schedule.
Yep.
And again, I don't know it's 5 p.m. because of the position of the sun. I know it because my dog starts whining at me. God, why are you whining at me? Oh, look at that. It's 4:58. Like clockwork.
Skull says a hot toddy with a fire poker.
Yes.
Now we
Have you ever had one?
I have not,
Oh,
but
Oh, so good.
we can make one.
We
now.
can totally make one.
We make one now. So I bought a fire poker specifically designed for drinks.
Yep. Plain old screwdriver. That is a simple drink. I do like a screwdriver.
I do like a screwdriver. Sometimes I do the screwdriver, but then I put a splash of coconut rum into it. For that.
I've done the coconut rum. I actually like it with a splash of maraschino.
I could see that.
Yeah. Just that little bit of a strawberry. Yeah. Smooth it out just a hair. But no, screwdriver's great. Fuzzy navels are great.
I like peach.
Yep.
So it's good.
Yep.
No, actually, a lot of times I make a cocktail. I've never seen it, but I kind of accidentally made it. And there probably actually is a recipe for this, but it's vodka, coconut rum, and sweet and sour mix, and a dash of lime juice.
I could see that.
And it actually ends up tasting, to me, I call it like a lime in the coconut. And it actually tastes very tropical. You shake it up, and it gets this really nice thick head on top.
What you need to do one of these days, swap out the vodka for the gin.
I got some Gordon's gin. I could try that.
Swap it out for gin. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Because the notes that I'm imagining in that drink are you're going to get a lot of that lime juice. You're going to get a lot of the sour.
You get a lot of sour. You get lime.
Sweet and sour mix with lime juice added on top.
I don't like sours, and that's why I do it.
Yeah. But seriously, swap it out for gin.
I'll try it.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised.
Craft Computing's new theme. Do you have audio in here? Oh.
Great, now I'm going to get a copyright
I know,
strike.
that's it. Well, you only did 3 seconds of it.
Fair use. I'm claiming fair use. For the record, I am claiming fair use on Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
You only did 3 seconds of it.
That's right.
You'll be fine.
So,
Not like that video I posted.
Sonic screwdriver? That's where you go to Sonic and you add vodka to your slush drink. You get an orange slush and you add vodka.
And then you add vodka to it.
That's a Sonic screwdriver.
How else don't you drink a Sonic screwdriver? Now that's a video we should do.
Cheap cocktails?
Yeah, cheap. Oh, we could do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
There's a Sonic within driving distance.
Well, there's one in Kaiser.
There's one in Kaiser and there's one in Wilsonville.
Yeah.
So they're equidistant from us. Great, I just gave away our location.
No, you say Salem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that would be a fun. I did think about.
Can I send you beer from Lithuania?
Yes.
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 DM me on Twitter at Craft Computing. Hit me up on Twitter. If you can't do that, leave a comment so I can DM you.
Yeah.
Seriously, we will make that happen.
We will make that happen. We will do something. We are actually starting someone else actually not on your channel but my channel started beer trading with me.
Yep.
Or want to start. So we're doing it. It's really fun. We're not expecting a lot. It's more of just what do you got, and we'll show you what we got.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
I like what you got.
As long as you're 21 or of age.
Yep.
Should
I buy a 1070 or wait for the 1180? I think we'll end with this question.
Okay.
1070 is a great card. It's a great card. That's a multifaceted question. What's the rest of your rig? What are you using it for? What resolution are you at?
Who's the drunk one now?
If you're at 1080, screw it, buy a 1070 because that's going to supply you, or that's going to work you for quite a long time.
Yeah, at least 5 years.
If you're at 1440 or 4K, I would hold off. If you're upgrading an existing rig, it's a sliding scale depending on what processor you have. I've got an FX 8350. Should I buy a 1070? No, you shouldn't. You should upgrade your CPU first. I've got an i5 3570. Should I? Yeah, a 1070 will work with that. So again, it's a sliding scale. What did you buy? What are you upgrading from?
What do you have?
Show me what you got.
Yeah. What do you? It's more. What are you trying to do with this?
Yeah.
Build. I mean, are you just? Yeah, and again, it's what are you trying to do, and what do you have currently?
Right.
Or are you buying everything straight, and then you're like debating between the two?
And the other thing is, 1070s, you still can't find them for
cost
for 400, which is what you should find them at. They're still selling for 450, 470. If you wait a couple of months, you're going to get the next generation card at that same price, which is going to be 30% faster. That's up to you. It's up to you on where you want to spend your money today. And all of a sudden, I have the hiccups.
I was about to say, it's like you're either drunk or something's wrong.
I'm not drunk. All of a sudden, I just have the hiccups.
He's drunk.
John.
It's like Steve drunk. Steve and Jeff drunk.
God damn it.
I've heard the stories of you and Steve late at night afterwards.
Steve has a personality where I just want to talk to him.
Oh yeah, no. Oh my god. So Steve and my brother Mike, my brother Mike lives in LA, but they have this personality.
Former Craft Computing guest.
Yes, exactly. One episode. He's been on Hops and Brews 3 times. Just because we packed in a bunch of episodes. You can see per episode how drunk we get because we're all doing big beers. They drink me out of house and home those nights.
Yeah.
The third video, we were cussing up and down a storm. But those two have this personality of you just kind of want to drink with them.
Yeah.
And it's not like alcoholic style, but it is that fun camaraderie with a friend. And, let's continue this conversation over a beverage.
Yeah. Real quick, Ryzen 2200G, will I get 30 FPS, 1080p, everything on low? Go look at my Ryzen 2200G video, Ballin' on a Budget.
It's a good video.
It'll tell you everything you need.
Yep.
Continue.
So, but even my wife has a phrase of calling her range of drunkenness. I have the Steve Shubin drunk and a Mike Shubin drunk, and how far, like, what point that it takes to, or
My wife asks who's coming over tonight to know what condition I'm coming to bed in.
Wait a second, that's an insult to me.
I know. It's more an insult to Rhett because she goes, "Oh, you'll be up at 10 then."
I'm fine. You know, I'm fine then.
You're middle ground.
I'm middle
John.
ground. I like that. I like being middle ground.
Steve, if I say Steve is coming, that means the house needs to be ready at 7:30 instead of 7:59. Because Steve shows up early and we usually have like a pre-show shot. And then it also means that not only is the show going to run a half hour long, we're also going to stay up drinking until midnight, which is what we did last week. And I went to bed more schnockered than I have in a long time.
Sounds about right.
Last Wednesday. Because, Steve, we just start talking, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'll have a little shot of scotch. You know, just pour myself a little thing. But 5 of those later...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm telling you, like, they come over, and we'll start a conversation. Like, oh, yeah, you want a drink? And then, you know, you're 15 minutes in the conversation, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a long conversation.
Oh, my glass is dry all of a
My
sudden.
glass is dry, and I'm not done with my conversation. I need to cleanse my palate to continue this conversation. And, okay... And then by the time you're done, you're already on another subject that you're only 15 minutes into. And you're like, oh, it's another 45 minutes to finish this conversation.
Exactly. Steve just talks and talks. And I love talking to you, Steve.
No, it's not a bad thing. I get into it with him, too.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You just have a personality where I can play off it. You're fun to talk to. You're insightful.
He's laughing.
Yeah. But, Steve, you get me hammered. Oh, I can't wait till Brewfest this year.
Oh, God. Yeah, so yeah. They're...
Should we just go ahead and get a damn room?
I can't. I have to go to work the next day. So I can't do what we did last year.
Oh, man. Last year was brutal.
Last year was bad. So,
you were way worse off than I was.
Well, I was there. Like, I tried to...
I'm not going to talk timeline, but I finally drove away at 1:30 when they stopped serving beer at 8.
I think I drove away at like 10:30.
Yeah.
So it was all it was just a brew fest. Then we went to the restaurant.
Then we went to the restaurant. We had another beer.
No, we went to that.
Oh, we went to the after party.
We went to the after party. So because I was still on the tap room at the time, there was a free after party
for industry insiders.
And it was free food and free beverages all around, no matter what you wanted, as much as you wanted.
Yep, it was free cocktails, free beers, free food, free hors d'oeuvres.
Free hors d'oeuvres. And so then we went there, because we were like, oh, let's go there instead of restaurant. They ran out of food.
Yep.
But they're like, hey, we still got booze.
Yep.
Here you go. And we were pretty schlockered already from the Brewfest, because if you watch the video, episode, 5?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's
start off the channel on a high note.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. That'll be 1 year?
Yeah.
Or not 1 year, but it's getting up there, right?
July 10th is my 1 year.
Wow.
So actually my 1 year video will actually be our trip in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, you might post something different, but that'd be good.
Yeah. Because, the 1 year mark is... That's actually Tuesday. That's actually a Tuesday release.
Ooh.
I might do a 1 year retrospect.
That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do it being us at a road trip drinking.
No, probably not.
Yeah, you know.
But on the 13th, I was actually considering live streaming from a bar.
That would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. Just us ordering beers.
You know, if we could do that, if we can kind of like meet at a bar between like Rhett, Steve's, and my house and your house, and we all of us basically come together and just like
that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. You know, everyone's sitting down.
Maybe that Talking Heads will do that.
That would be a pretty good Talking Heads. We don't talk tech. We don't talk anything.
We just talk year in review.
We just talk year in review. We just talk, hey, I remember this, I remember that.
Yep.
Or just, we might even not even do that. It would just be the camaraderie between the 4 or 5 of us.
How long have you been males? Me, all my life. John, it's been a long, hard 7-year road.
It's been there. I think 7 years. It's actually going to be pretty close.
Your beard is coming in nicely.
Yeah, I know. I had
it's a little thin right there.
It's still a little thin. Yeah, I got to do a couple more shots and plugs.
Yeah.
I got to grab it from down here and put it in there. You can't tell.
Takes it right from his asshole.
Yeah, exactly. It's smooth though. It's conditioned.
Yeah.
Because the conditioning runs down the crack.
That's right.
And so
Correct.
it's good. It's actually getting close to the 7-year mark around the same year your 1 year mark.
That's right. That's right. I remember that. I mean, I held your hand going into surgery.
Yeah, it was. I was so scared. And Jeff ends it there, like, no, it was a lie.
And my internet cuts out there.
Anyone staying until now, thank you for watching the whole entire time.
God, I love it when we go off the rails at 10 o'clock.
I wonder how many people actually watch the whole show.
John wasn't always John. No, he was Jane.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought the hair explained everything.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
There you go.
These eyelashes, they're natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sup, yo? Misrespect.
The best way to call out the haters. Just own it. We'll end with one of the best comments that I had recently on one of my videos. And it wasn't the just play the effing game. It was something to the effect of I hate you and God, you're stupid and why would you even review something like this? And it's like, okay, you're just trolling. To which I responded, when you get into arguments with people in public, which I'm sure you do on a regular basis, do you sum up your argument in a clear, concise fashion, or do you just yell louder than the other person?
I remember you posting that. That was hilarious.
So, the bar idea sounds awesome. Yeah.
That would be. I think it would be fun.
Yeah. Trans and brews.
We could do. Is this going to be a thing now?
You wanted to flip me off there, and I appreciate your.
You're just going for that community. Like I need to expand my fan base. John, you're the closest thing I could get, so I'm going to use you. I'm going to start talking in a deep, low voice the whole time, Jeff.
It is Portland.
Oh. Why does everyone keep spelling my name wrong too?
Jon.
Jon.
He doesn't need the artificial inflation that the H brings.
No.
He doesn't need the ego boost that it comes. Just John.
It's just John.
Just John.
It's just 3 easy words. It's the best way to know that I want a video game.
Yep.
Because always the 3 digits are 3 characters.
Yep.
John.
Yep. He's always like 4th on that Pac-Man leaderboard.
Doesn't matter. You know it was me.
I'm on the board.
I'm on the board, and you know it was John.
Yeah. Who's that Joe fellow?
Yeah. No, it's John.
J-O-H.
Joe.
Yep.
Just like Rhett or Rhett.
R-E-T-T, not R-H-E-T-T. That's right. Yep. Anyway, I think that'll do it.
That'll do it. It's
CMXXXVII said John.
What in the bloody hell?
John.
What happened there?
I don't know how you managed to speak through Discord, but that was impressive, and don't ever do that again.
That was amazing.
Wow. Yeah, Discord text-to-speech. I've never used that before. I may have to disable that in my channel.
Way to go, Roman.
You bunch of bastards. Thank you for your support.
Chinese bastards.
You Chinese bastards. Roman, you Chinese bastard.
Not Japanese.
That's right. As I was saying, it's a nice place to sign off. I'm Jeff. He's John. Follow me on Twitter at Craft Computing. Follow John on anything at Have Some Brews.
You'll see, because I like everything that I post.
That's right. Follow him on Instagram. He likes all of his own posts. Follow him on Twitter. Look him up on Tinder and on Grindr.
Swipe left.
That's right. Got it going on, like Stacy's mom. All right, I think that's gonna be it. That's a good stout.
It's a good stout. It's a good stout.
Not everyone.
Cheers.